What's going on, everybody? I am Justin. This is my world, and welcome to the Sunday stream, which now on the schedule actually reflects what it's going to be. It's Hartlepool United career mode. And, before I start anything, I just want to say I've been checking out the numbers on YouTube recently, and, seems like you guys like Hartlepool, or at least people on YouTube like Hartlepool. I'm excited to see that the series is taking off and a lot of people are enjoying it. But yeah, so I'm excited to keep leaning into this a little bit more then. So if you're new to this series, Hartlepool United, we started off in League Two. We are the manager, Ms. Manager, the first woman manager in the Premier League is what we hope to be. But we started in League Two, and the last couple episodes, we went through the first season in League Two. We had promotion playoffs. We won promotion playoffs at Wembley, and now we are in League One. But I've already set up things to our scouting, our development. I set all that up in the last episode so we could just get into this one. We could dive in, buy the players we know we're going to get with our budget, and just start simulating or playing some of these games. So, without further ado, I think that is exactly what I am going to do now. So, if you hadn't watched, this is the squad, by the way. Let's just start there. So, our team, we need a lot of players. We don't have the best team in the world, but this is not too bad for a League One side. Our midfield really needs upgrading, and that's something we're going to focus on. But you can see we have a lot of young guys down here on the bench too. Molyneux's hurt, and we need depth, basically. We need a lot more depth pieces, and we need to be able to, with the rigorous schedule that is in these lower leagues, playing sometimes even 2 days apart, really need some depth on the squad who can play. We have a youth academy that's growing, but we really need to add some players. So the first guy is going to be Brendan Wiredu here. You know me, I have loved Wiredu ever since he was scout. We discovered him. High attacking work rate, high defensive work rate, can play anywhere in the midfield. He's listed as a defensive midfielder, but he's going to add some much needed height and size into our midfield that we don't have. Nicky Featherstone, extremely small. Jack Crawford is only 5'10", but Brendan Wiredu coming in at 6'3". And the weight could be something more, but I like him coming in. He's got two traits. He's got the solid player and the dives and the tackles traits. So 22 years old, 66 overall, would immediately be our best player in the midfield. We're going to talk to Colchester about buying him since they're down in League Two. So this is going to take 1.3 million to buy him. I'm going to see if I can get him for cheaper. So I'm going to come in with an offer of 1.1. Let's see what they say to that. They want Sean McMullen. I don't want to do that. Remove the exchange player, and I will offer 1.2 or 1.1 again. Colchester are really trying to play coy with us, and they'll accept that with a 5% sell-on clause. I'm going to remove the sell-on clause and see what they say. And they'll just take it for 1.1. That's a good deal for us. We just had to keep holding our breath there, holding our ground, and we get Brendan Wiredu, and I think it's going to be a steal at 1.1 million euros. You guys sip this water for this intense contract negotiation now. He wants to be a crucial player. That's acceptable. I mean, he is one of our best players now. We'll sign him to a 5-year deal because I think he's going to be a crucial player. Look at that stash. Release clause, doesn't want one. That's fine by me. And then this is what his wages would look like. Okay. And he doesn't really suck us dry on the wages here, so that's a huge deal. And we have a great player, and we have Brendan Wiredu in, so he will be our new defensive midfielder. Now, the other person I really wanted to target here was Brandon Thomas Asante out of Salford City. I really like him. Look at all those traits that he has. The long throw in, the flare, long shot taker. I think I'm going to bring him in. I'm going to move him back to striker, which I think is a better position for him based on his stats. And he's going to be a striker/winger to come off the bench for us. Or perhaps, if he's even better, he might start over Jaden Bogle, or Jared Bogle. I don't know. We're just going to negotiate with him because I think we can get him cheaper than 1.5. I saw we might be able to get him for 1.3, but I'm going to come in with that 1.1 offer again and see what they say. His current value is only $1 million. Why don't we just offer $1 million then? Straight a cool mill for Thomas Asante. And they want everyone wants Sean McMullen, and I'm not willing to give him up. I'm gonna come back in with this million, see if they start to bite on it. It'll do 1.4. I'll go up to 12.50 or 12. 12 is the compromise here. They want 14. I'll go up to 12.50 and see what they say on Thomas Asante. They're sticking hard at 14. I'm gonna go to 13. I don't think they're gonna turn our noses to us, and they will say yes to 1.3. And I think that's a good deal for us. We need another striker. We need another attacker coming in. Thomas Asante with Salford is a good option. I'm going to say rotational player for now. He wants to be an important player. I'm willing to accept that. I was just hoping it wouldn't be crucial. So it's a 4-year deal. I think that's acceptable, given he's 23. Disregard a release clause. And this is the deal he's looking for. And yeah, we'll give him that. He's keen to join the club, so we have two good players here coming in Wiredu and Thomas Asante. So we'll reevaluate the squad now after that. And I think we need a center back, really, is the last thing we really need to buy right now. So I'm looking at Thomas Asante. I want him to move to striker again. 9 weeks it'll take, but I think it's worth it. I think he's better at that spot. And we have Omar Bogle, who's going to start. Thomas Asante will be the backup. I mean, and Olamola will not play. And I think we need another center midfielder. Oh, Nicky Featherstone's retiring. Damn. Excuse me. What do I want Wiredu to be? Deep lying playmaker wouldn't be bad since he's tapped athletically, pace-wise. Ball-winning midfielder would be great. I think I want him to be a ball-winning midfielder. That's really what I want him to be. The strength, the aggression, the heading accuracy. I need him to go up and win those headers. That's what I brought him in to do. So that's what we're going to train him in. So now we're sitting at about 727K, 9,000 to transfer in the wages. I think we can go down to like 5,000 in wages probably and be okay. We'll test that out. And I think we're going to test it out by buying a center back. And the guy I've had my eye on, I like Roshan Williams, 23 years old, coming in. He's going to cost us a pretty penny, I think. But I think we can get it to work. I really think we can get it to work. Or you know what? We might try Jonathan Tompkinson again real quick. I'm going to try to loan it. We tried to loan him early in the last episode and it didn't work. But that was before a lot of our guys left. So let's see if he's more amenable to a loan move now. We'll just do basic terms, too. I don't think he's going to be somebody I'm going to want long-term. The American. We'll split his wages, 40-60, we're hoping. 80-20, you got to be kidding me. I'll do 60-40. Norwich is acting like we're the poor club compared to them. Those motherfuckers. Well, we'll see what they say about Tompkinson, because that could open up a lot of possibilities for us. But let's change our lineup up. Crawford is going to, at this point, move to the bench. And that... Oh, is he going to move to the bench? Yeah, because Ogle's going to go out. Yes. So Ogle's going to go to the bench, and then Wiredu's going to come in to play defensive midfielder. And Thomas Asante is going to step in for Olamola, because he is going to be our striker once his position is converted, and it's already a secondary position for him, so he can do it. And I'm liking our team otherwise here. I'm a big fan of bringing in Wiredu. He's a solid weak foot. I think we need another midfielder for center mid for sure. At least one more. And I think we need a center back. But we don't have that much money at the moment. So I think we might have to wait and see if we can uncover somebody else. Or you know what? No, I was going to buy Roshan Williams. That's right. Or we have Tompkinson on the offer. So let's see what Tompkinson says. See if he says no again. Probably will end up saying no. He does. As I can see, Luke Molyneux is back from injury. That is positive news. But with that big no there. I think we're going to try to buy Roshan Williams, the 23-year-old from Doncaster Rovers, playing over in the Scottish League. We'll see if we can bring him back to his homeland of England. And I think I'm going to offer only like... Whoa, my controller is going nuts. I'm going to offer like 800K and see what they say to that. They want Joe Gray, plus 360K. Well, I'm going to remove the exchange player and go back to 800K as the offer. It's really going to bring us close. Oh, it'll do 820 with a 10% sell-on clause. I'll do the 800 of the 10% sell-on clause because I don't think I'm actually going to sell him. And they'll say yes to that. That's a good deal for us. I think it's another steal. We're really playing the market well. And Roshan Williams, welcome home. He wants to be an important player, that's fine, because he will be the backup center back. Wants a 4-year deal, I think that's also acceptable. We'll disregard a release clause for him. And I think his wages are going to end up somewhere around, I'm going to say like 2K, plus a $40,000 signing bonus, maybe. I think that might be a lot. Whoops. I'm going to go with 25K, see what they say to that. That's a reasonable offer, so I'm glad I brought down that bonus than what I originally thought. So I think it's a good transfer window, bringing in Wiredu, Thomas Asante, and then Roshan Williams. They will all have a good role on the play on this team, and they make us better than we were last year. Give us some more depth, and we can. That means we can also move Searing, or what's his first name? I forget. Clark. I like Clark for the future, but he's not ready just yet. Roshan Williams, a perfect guy to bring in. He's a solid weak foot, so he can play either of those center back spots for us. And I think he's going to be very useful. And we had Cohen Bramall already brought in on a pre-made deal. So these are our guys right now, and I'm stoked about it. I am stoked. I am stoked. So fucking stoked about this team. I think this team can be a winner for us, for sure. And I wish I could up the winger spot. I might play Thomas Asante at right wing to start. No, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I like Asante coming off the bench as the backup striker for now. Featherstone's still going to play because he's a captain. He's retiring. But let's see if we get any better free kick options now with these guys coming in. Wiredu can't really do anything. And he was the only real new guy to come in, so I don't think any of these should change all that much. Is Bogle left foot? Oh, how about that? And I don't know why Nicky Featherstone's the guy for that free kick. Thomas Asante might be good when he comes into the lineup eventually, but for now, he is not. And I don't know why this wouldn't be Bogle. Solid. Left corner kick. I'm thinking we just do Holm here. I mean, Featherstone's not that good at it. We'll go with Holm and Holm. I don't know why Featherstone was the guy there. But I'm pleased with this lineup for now. We might sign a free agent. It's a possibility. Because like I said, I think we could use more depth in midfield. I just don't have the money right now. It's just not doable. Let's see, when is our first game? We're certainly going to play our first game. It's against Oxford in about 2 weeks. We'll see if we find anybody new in the meantime. If you guys are enjoying the content so far, I would ask just please if you could go hit that follow button if you're on Twitch. Or if you're watching on YouTube here later. I know you guys, it's been blowing up, but if you could like and follow, hit me the subscribe, you can keep following the rest of Hartlepool United as we move through all the way to the Prem. So these guys wanted Bogle, and I did not like the swap deal offered. Cal Watts here. We don't really need a center back anymore, so we're good there. And Isgrove is not going to be brought in. Certainly not. And we'll check the transfer list here, because I do want to see if we bring in any other potential options. Or free agents, I should say. Santiago Martinez. Not seeing a bunch of free agent options there, so nothing new to report. Promising pacey guys at any position. Issa Kabore is going to be way too good for us. Same with Facundo Pelistri. Thierry Small might not be bad if Southampton gets relegated, or if we move up this year, I guess. You know what? Odin Bailey looked good too. I'm gonna give him a look. Oh wait, we already know him. His thing. Oh, okay. Well, he's a little too expensive for us. I feel like I never looked at Liam McCarron before, but he looks like a good player for Leeds. We'll scout him. Who's this? Sam Sharing? Is he the new one in here? Let's give him a look. And we're gonna need goalkeepers at some point soon. So Harvey Cartwright's an interesting option with Hull. I don't think he's good if he's on their loan list, if he's not good enough to play for them. Other strikers here, though, we could pay attention to because I think Bogle is going to regress and we're going to have to get ahead of that at some point. So I'm going to look at other options. Harvey Nibbs is an intriguing one if his contract expires with Cambridge and we can sign him for free. But let's keep going. Keep moving through. Jamie Sterry. I don't want to sell Jamie Sterry because he is our starter. So let's just keep him off the board here. Sorry for the pause. And we'll look again, make sure, see if there's anyone new we want to look at. Here's some free agents again. None of them are center mids, though, unfortunately. I don't know if I want either of those wingers. And Ross Graham, if he's fast, nope, he's slow as hell. Benedict Monnier. We'll scout him, the Nigerian. He's out there on a free. Zach Rudden, he's too slow. And we'll keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. We're almost at our first game, I think, against Oxford. We have some guys scouted. Nagy transfer offer. I think we might sell Nagy more halfway through the season, perhaps. Or, like, not right now. I want him to play for us in the first half of the season. But maybe during the second half, if he improves. So we're going to reject his offer for now. But I don't know if I want to re-sign him to another contract extension because we have Bramall behind who can take over. And I'm not sure if I want... and I'd rather make money off of him than for him to leave on a free. So I think we'll see if we get good offers for him during the next play period. But if not, he will stay. Maybe we will bring him a new contract. Jacques Doggo, we're going to scout. He could be an intriguing guy. He's not very fast, but he looks like he can pass pretty well. And he plays pretty well. So we'll see if he's good enough on a free to come in. Just a free. It's a free deal. So why not just give a look? Mads Kalund as well is going to get a look. Ethan Chislett. Oh, he plays for Wimbledon, but he looks pretty good, so I'm still going to scout him anyway. Ousmane Fane could be any intriguing guys. His contract's expiring soon. Willie Evseev. I'm not interested. He's 30 years old at Fleetwood. I don't have the money to buy him, so... Oh, wow, this guy's really bad. Prince Isaac Kuhami. He's going to be real bad. Moreno's never going to play here. Niels Nkunku could be intriguing because I know he's low overall for Everton, but he would work well on a lower level like ours. I just don't need a back right now. Elkin Bagat. And that guy's 16 years old. Don't need him, though. Let's look at some of these other goalkeepers. Bradley James looks terrible, as does Victor Sikora. So we'll just move on. I don't want either of those guys either, I don't think. And here we go. Oxford. So we're going to get up to this game, and I am going to play this game. Jerome Opoku, I forgot we were scouting him, but he's not going to come here. We already checked that, I remember, because they're still in the Prem. And yeah, Isaac Kuwami is terrible. He should just go back to the Swedish leagues. I'm sure there's a team that could use him. Nathan Holland is not good. Jordan, he's too short. Get through these guys. Nothing doing there. And let's see what we got here in the young, pacey options. Kane Kessler Hayden looks like he could be a potentially good player in the future. Femi Sariki as well, I like, but he's 20 years old and worse than this guy as being a year older. So Kessler Hayden's the guy I'm going to keep watching. Danny Grant, not so much. Valerian Balogun, I'm not so sure. Baba Fernandez. I like his name, but I don't think he's athletic enough for me to be interested. And Liam Isherwood looks absolutely terrible. And we'll look here, Jake Beasley. Yeah, maybe, honestly, Beasley could be a guy. I'll take a look. And that'll be the last guy we look at scouting-wise, but alright, let's get ready for our first game in League One. And we'll go to this press conference. Why not? There is Ms. Manager.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be starting with the questions now.
Let's see. I don't care about reading all that. Can you finish in the top half this season? The players are good enough. And I think we are good enough. We do have good enough players. I think it's really just going to depend on how much luck we get in the sim. I agree. I think getting Wiredu was a fantastic bit of business, and he will make a difference here. He's a great player, tall guy, gives us something we didn't have before. I'm going to try to find him on corner kicks as well. He'll take his chance when it comes. I don't know if Thomas Asante is going to play yet. I think he might be our priority sub in this game, but he is not going to start for sure. I'm going to keep Nicky Featherstone in as the captain, as the starter. I don't care what you guys say. I know he's a 59 overall player, but he's got an A++ name. He's the captain of the squad. We can't just cast him aside like he's nothing. He means a lot. All right, well let's just get into this. Town Park, and we're just gonna roll with it. I'm done wasting any time. We'll send this up. William Bapaga, our best player, arguably, youngest, 68 overall. And he almost lost it. And there he is. He ran past everybody after that. And Bogle, oh, I missed the net. The goalkeeper didn't even do anything, but wow, that's a good start. We're ready to attack. We're at home, our first game in League One. It's not Hartlepool's ever first game in League One. I did look this up. They have played in League One before. I have just brought them back. Wiredu already looks like a big force out there. Look how much taller he is than half of our team.
And scope for them to produce something exciting.
I don't know what this guy's doing. Sending it down. And okay, thank you for just kicking it right to our goalkeeper. Killip was fantastic last year as well. I had no thoughts about replacing him. I think we just need depth behind him. That's why I'm looking for promising. That's why I'm been looking at promising goalkeepers. Because we only have one backup right now, nobody in the youth academy who fits that role.
Which will hopefully give the front players the service their movement deserves. Let's just hope he settles in quickly.
Oh, okay. They're breaking me down and they're getting opportunities. They're just not taking advantage of them. Send this down Wiredu, down to Jamie Sterry. Get it up to home. Gonna get it back to Sterry, I hope. If I can get there in time. Oh, God. Oh, I don't know what that guy was doing. Oh, and I just walked it right into him. Okay, let's get it to home. I'm sick of this. Oh, no, Bogle. Oh, I should have just one-touched it up. We should have just one-touch tapped it up.
Well, I believe there's been a goal in the Hull match. Alex has the
Hull City match has a goal.
Can he give them the advantage?
Get that out of there. Oh my God, that was dangerous.
Can he finish
He had to be
this?
offside.
Oh, and a wonderful stop.
It says he
Now
was.
we see that the offside flag has gone up.
Almost gave that away there. So Jack Jones will bring it up. He was
Well, we
he
have
was
to
our first
interrupt the
signing
mix in
last
full
year, I
flow
believe,
there.
off
Apologies
the
for that.
transfer
Confirm Hull City
market
did
or
score that
in the
match.
transfer window. We
Remember
bought
all but
him
one goal.
from Barrow last
Excellent
year,
use of the
who
ball
we
to
ended
save
up
it
beating
going
in the
forward.
promotion finals.
And played
Oh,
in.
great find. Oh, and a terrible header. I aimed terribly. It was a brilliant find to Papaga. I just could not finish worth shit.
Ryan Williams.
Oh, there we go. Holm gets in the way of it, but it oh man, terrible bounce. He can go up all he wants. I don't know who he thinks he's going to pass it to.
Still pushing for that goal that would see them forge ahead. Well, possibilities
There's
in
like
the
4
centre.
guys here who just keep getting the ball over and over again. And now we just beat all of them.
And that puts them in
Holm
position.
up to Bogle.
What can they do to stop them running at them?
Oh, great block by that guy.
Well, that's how to do it inside your own penalty
I don't know
area.
what I was supposed to... Ah,
Excellent
fuck.
defending.
Oh,
And they'll get ready for the throw-in.
this is getting too much movement here.
Brannigan. Cooper now. And moving the ball nicely.
Oh, I just wrecked that guy. No flag game, no foul. It
And
appears.
options in the centre.
And here they come again, right up on our goalkeeper, and I shepherded it right into him. No harm, no foul. It's a good throw down now to Jamie Sterry. I'm tired of going down this route, so we're going to go back up here to Nagy. A beautiful pass by Sterry. Oh, bad pass trying to get it down to Wiredu. And look at that, Nicky Featherstone's getting himself in there, getting involved, engaged. Sticking feet in on passes.
Ryan Williams.
And that was easy enough to intercept.
Right, let's quickly send it over to Alex Scott, because Alex, I believe there's been a goal in the whole game.
Oh, great play.
You could see he knew what he wanted to do as he stepped up to take that free kick, because it was executed superbly.
Damn.
Pulled ahead by 2 with 34 minutes play.
Man, I cannot get myself into position for a shot thus far.
Moving the ball
Oh, and I
forward
fucked
with
that one
purpose.
up. So that means Odasuna, also arguably are in the discussion for our best player,
Gorin.
is there to make the
Looking for that
play.
final pass, looking for the goal that would put them ahead.
Damn.
Good
How did
use
that
of
ball get all the way
advantage
down
by
there?
Gary.
Great pass.
Great
Advantage. Who are they playing advantage on?
Goal. Mine too. It's a brilliant save.
Now how about the short corner?
And he just kicked it out. No.
And a goal
That's
kick.
off him. Yes. What a great defensive
Well,
play.
Leicester fans have been wondering
Federico
what the deal goes
Chiesa
through.
is going
It's official.
to
They've got their man, Stuart.
Leicester from Fiorentina. Wow. I don't think Leicester would ever spend that much money on a player in real life. That's hilarious.
There's been little between these two teams. It's been a really tight and cagey affair. You just hope it
Now
opens up
Holm.
and that one of these teams is willing to take.
Oh, I'll take that. I'll take the corner. I wanted to cut it back and see if I could get it to somebody inside. Thomas Asante standing there waiting for his time. See if we can get this down in their home. Bogle's head, off of Bogle's head, but that's finished! Who was it? Is that Wiredu?
Goal to boot. It doesn't get much better than
In his first game, Brendan Wiredu. I don't know how that ended up on his foot, but somehow he like biked it or he scissor kicked it. I don't know. We're gonna have to watch the replay on this one. It's a beautiful kick. It bounced off somebody's head, and Wiredu played it to his left foot here, and just wow, what an motion! I don't know what the goalkeeper's doing. It looked like he was doing the Matrix just to get out of the way of the ball, but it works. Miss Manager likes it. Brendan Wiredu in his first game with Hartlepool puts it in for us off of the corner kick. We didn't find his head, but the ball found Bogle's head, or a defender's head, found Wiredu's feet, and he found the back of the net. We're up 1-0 in our first game here in League One. This rebuild or this rise up the ranks, and it's right before the end of the first half too. So that's great momentum to go into the end of the half with, unless they want to just get rid of it or tie it up. And we got Nicky Featherstone there to send it down. So I think we might be okay, and they might get one more attack on here, depending on how generous the refs want to be. And he's gonna that's gonna go out of play. What a terrible cross attempt, and that's gonna end the half. And the fans are going nuts. Brendan Wiredu, what a great play. Very happy with him so far. And let's just move forward here into the second half. I'm ready to go.
Plenty to consider based on what we've seen so far as the second half begins.
Pretty soon this stadium will be hosting Champions League nights. We'll have the likes of Real Madrid coming in here to play at Town Park. It's going to take many, many episodes of this series to do that, but it's going to happen. Oh, great play. Odesina. And I think the defender is going to be faster than Holm, but Holm almost knocked it back to himself. That would have been huge.
Cameron Brannigan. Cooper.
Okay. I'll take that. Nicky Featherstone, and he's able to pass it up to Holm, and they have an odd man rush here. We have an odd man rush. Oh, he couldn't get it down to Bogle. I should have kicked it earlier, I think. Bogle was the open one. Nobody was running with him. Had to try to get it up to him. It just did not work. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, here's what we want. Oh, what a save. I can't believe I even got that close. Come on. Killip.
And the short option preferred. Cooper. Williams. Chance to finish.
Oh, what a save. Holy shit.
Well, that's a fantastic save. He's such
Holy
a good keeper.
shit.
Let's
Let's get this out of here. Just head that out of there. Beautiful. Oh, no, not who I thought I was. I thought he was offside, but he missed the net anyway.
Wide it went.
We'll send it up here. Kill it.
Well, the stats show us that the hosts haven't had that much.
We haven't had that much. Yeah, I'm not usually not a guy who keeps a lot of the possession of the ball.
They'll be happy with the way
I tend to just run on counterattacks a lot. Oh, I don't know what that... I was trying to just go to the ball, but it kept giving me the most roundabout way to it possible.
Cooper now. 30 minutes to go then.
Oh, I almost got there with Wiredu. That's a great pass, though. The Nagy's out here.
The delivery.
Where is he from? Hungary, I want to say? Bulgaria, maybe? One of those countries.
And with play stopped,
Pretty sure it's Hungary.
change now. Well, he has the measure of his opponent.
Oh, shit. I fucked that up.
Promising position, this. Well, not
Oh,
good
wow.
lately.
I don't know how they didn't get that out of there. There we go. Let's just get this ball nice and safe. It's going to us. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful look.
Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution.
We'll send down Nicky Featherstone now. He's been great today. He's the worst overall player in the lineup, but he's been the best one by far.
And the pass
And you're telling
leads
that's me.
that
Oh, I don't know if
limit.
that's off
Found
me.
his target.
I don't know about that.
Cameron Brannigan. Taylor. Difficult to stop him. Still trailing, but they're upping the pressure.
They are. They've been pressuring me all day. It's been
This looks
we've had to play stellar defense. Man, we just keep getting beat from behind here. It's killing me. All right, and this is Brandon Thomas Asante going to make his debut now, coming in
from that sort of distance.
for Holm.
Well, they are committed to making the substitution here.
I'm happy to get his pace out wide. He's going to be a he's going to be an attacking, versatile attacking piece for us. I'm going to play him at wing, striker, all over the pitch. And Bapaga now steals it. Gets it up to Wiredu. And here we go. And we have a break now. Oh, I did not know that was going to take that many steps. Wiredu. Oh, it bounces off somebody right to a goalkeeper. I just wanted to rip one with him. He already has the one goal. It's his debut. Why not give him another shot? Thomas Asante will take over him for a second.
Cameron Brannigan. Good use of advantage by the referee.
Oh, great defense. Great job intercepting that.
Just 15 minutes.
Bogle now. This is all Bogle.
Well, now in a dangerous position.
Oh, I don't know why I passed it. I have no idea why I passed it to Bapaga, but if there's anything I've learned in this series so far, I can't bag with Bapaga. We'll make a sub here. Bramall will come on, make his debut after being a signing, a pre-contract arrival for us. Thomas Asante is going to take the corner kick for us. Send it in. It's too close to the goalkeeper, but he didn't come out. It's in. Is that Bogle? I think that's Bogle. It is Bogle. I can't believe we scored on that one. I really thought the goalkeeper was just going to come catch the ball like he probably should have. Like, the fuck?
Well, we can see it here again, and it starts with a wonderful delivery to the box.
It is a wonderful delivery, or not the wonderful delivery. It goes off of his head, and wow, man, that's the perfect precision placement by Bogle. Not gonna lie, before I started the stream and I was thinking about transfer targets, I thought about replacing him. I thought about just buying a better straight-up striker and moving Bogle to the bench. But Bogle's been good for us. And I think he still has at least this year in him. I think that's why I'm scouting first-team quality strikers right now. I think if we do get promoted, he's not going to be good in Champions League, championship quality. But he could certainly be good enough for us. And here we go, another chance here. Oh. He could certainly be good enough
Well, they can't quite take advantage in the end.
for League One. And I think he's going to start regressing soon, so we might want to get a better option. But Thomas Asante could be that guy if he continues to progress once we move him to striker. I could find a permanent spot in the lineup for him and just have a bigger guy come off the bench in situations where we need a big head. Great block, Odesina. Oh, it's a terrible pass attempt. Oh, what a save by Killip. Holy shit. And we're going to bring in Tom Crawford. He was good in spurts last year. I kind of want to keep seeing what he has. Wouldn't be opposed to signing a better guy that moves Crawford or the young guy, Ewan, the Scotsman, Forsyth, I think. I wouldn't mind moving him back to the reserves. They're just forced to be in the bench right now because they are the only other two center mids we have.
Fruitful looking attack. Can he finish here?
Oh my god, get it out of here. What a play, Odesina.
Clearing it off the line.
Jamie Sterry is just going to bring it up. No competition for him here. I don't know what that pass was. I wanted to lead him on, but Asante, oh, not where I wanted to pass it. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Are you serious? For what? And we have Wiredu now. He'll send it up to Sterry. And Sterry's got no one around him, so he'll keep it. Send it to Nicky Featherstone. Oh, I tried to slip it through there. Little 5-hole pass. It would have worked. Almost worked. Oh, no, wow. Asante, somehow that went through his feet. We're at 4 minutes. Come on now, ref. Nothing's happening here. Great work. Great work.
Yes, Derek, that's exactly the start.
Ms. Manager coming in, shaking hands, and Brendan Wiredu, player of the game in my mind, gets the first win, gets his first goal for us, and gets us the win. Shot-wise, we were pretty even. I mean, they completed way more passes. They had more of the ball. We had way more tackles, though. We're a physical team. A fast and physical team is what I like to call, is what all my FIFA teams are. That's how I play best. counter-attacking, winning the ball, aggressively challenging. We'll give up
Time for just
goals,
a
but
few
we're going to
whistles.
score a lot as well with our speed. We'll talk about the guys out here. Wanted to see how he fit in. Yeah, I wanted to see how he played at the wing. Perfect. I want him to settle in first, Roshan. He's not going to be a starter for us, but he'll get a lot of times. It's clear why we signed Brennan Wiredu, isn't it?
Thanks very much.
A big size, big attacking. He's got an attacking mindset, kind of, too. At least it seems like he does. I mean, it said he could play attacking midfielder. It said he could play defensive midfielder, and he could play just regular midfield. So we have a lot of options with him. Doggo doesn't look too bad here so far. I might sign him to be a backup. See these other new guys who are available. Roman Kirschbaum. Philippe Lesniak. Not my guys. I'm not liking any of those guys to look at. Especially like a team like us, we wouldn't be looking for guys away from like too far away from the British Isles. Osaze Ohurguide, I don't know, I'm butchering this guy's name for sure, but he looks like somebody to definitely keep an eye on here for the future. Patrick Murray, it's St. Mirren, could be an intriguing player. And Kevin Van Veen is not fast enough to get my attention playing for Motherwell. And so we'll just keep moving into our next game of the season. Youth Squad monthly report. We have a monthly scouting report to look at. Our Englishmen's. Riley Hurst, not good enough for my liking. And Matthew May, we'll keep scouting him, but I don't think he's going to be that good. If he's a center back and he's a high overall, he could be a guy we bring in, but I'm not holding my breath. Let's look at our squad monthly report. We're moving James Cooney to left back. I think he would be better at that position. Ethan Griffith is getting better at center mid, and we have Shane McClellan, who we are moving to left winger. He seems like he has a lot of potential. Very high potential player, an Irishman. But we will now look and see if there's any new guys to scout in the transfer list, or the transfers. Nope. And we'll move forward to our next game. Looks like it's going to be against Wigan Athletic. We have transfer offers on the table. Benedict Monnier, I kind of like, but I think he's a little too good for us. I'll keep him in mind, though. And they want us, let's see, Mark Shelton. He's one of our better players, and we already have a weakness in the midfield, so I can't sell him. Omar Bogle, 29 years old. He's still getting better, you know. I can't sell him right now. Maybe next year. If he has another good year this year, Northampton Town wants him, but I can't afford to sell him right now. I think we can sell him after the January transfer window. Going into next year, we'll sell him and send him out. But for now, we need him to be our starting striker and make plays. Derek Osei-Yaw is a guy I want to take a look at. Alex Perry, not really. See, definitely want to look at it. He plays for Burton Albion in his contract, and he could be a good guy to bring in on a free contract. Let's take a look at these pacey guys again. I am not seeing anyone that is blowing my mind here. The Romanian guy there intrigued me, but I think he's just going to be too good for us at this point in time. We'll look at Yeboah and Oh, yeah. I want to look at Yeboah. His contract's expiring soon, playing for Accrington. Santi Arias doesn't make sense for me to scout a South American guy. We're not looking at South America. We're barely even able to look at our own continent. But with that being said, we'll go to our next match. We'll sim this one against Wigan. See how we do in sim. And we draw. It looks like we had most of possession. We had more chances, so it's a good look. It's a good look. I'll take the 1 point. As long as we're getting points and we're staying within at the very least striking distance of the promotion playoff rankings, I'm fine. Ogle, we don't have enough depth to be able to sell anyone. We need to keep Ogle and Bogle. Cooney we're able to change to a left back now. He is a very good player. We'll see what we can get him up to. I want his attacking wide back to be better. He could be a very interesting player for us to use off the bench, playing left back or defensive mid. We'll move up to this game here against Carlisle. The EFL Cup is the matchup. Harvey Nibbs is not good. Harvey Cartwright, a lot of Harveys here. He's not that great, but he could be somebody worth maybe trying to bring in. I don't think so. Sam Schering is okay playing for Bournemouth. Liam McCarron, not that great at Leeds. And Thierry Small. Not really anything to write home about. We'll look again here. We are getting a few guys scouted. I'm kind of surprised by that. Dominic Bernard's not good enough for my taste. Did I miss some of these guys? Maybe. Speed through some of these. I've seen all these guys before. They're too good for us. Elias Holf Melkerson could be intriguing. But I'm not going to scout him. I don't think I need him. Sam McClelland. He looks like complete ass playing for Chelsea. He's got to be their worst player. Arthur Okonkwo is a guy I'm certainly interested in from Arsenal. They have him loan listed, but he's not going to want to play for us because we're in League One. But he's a guy like that could be somebody I could be interested in Championship next year if we get there. Jamie Proctor, 30 years old. I'm not going to sell a 30-year-old striker to bring in another 30-year-old striker, so that ain't going to happen. I think we're going to give some guys some rest here in the cup game. So Bapaga looks like he needs a rest. We'll play Gray in that spot. Shelton will take a seat in favor of... We'll play Forsyth in there. We'll see how he does. Actually, no. He's going to end up playing defensive mid, I think. Wiredu's going to still play. Featherstone's going to take the seat. Shelton will get in there. Or, not Shelton, I'm sorry. Crawford will play the top. Sterry will take a seat out of the lineup here, and we'll bring in Ogle. Bramall will play for Nagy, and then Odusina will set out for Roshan Williams, who will make his debut for the team. And we'll see how it goes in the cup match up against Carlisle. And we get a 3-1 victory. Bogle, Forsyth, and Gray all score. Forsyth, the youngster out of our youth academy, with a goal. How about that? I dig that. Ewan Forsyth, I don't think he has a lot of potential, but he was a very high overall player to start. And we have two other scouting reports to look at now. We're looking at Iceland. Sigurdur is not that great. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name, but he sucks. And Oser Hermansen is also not very good in my mind. We'll take a look at this one. Ryan McGill, he could be a very high overall goalkeeper. So we'll keep an eye on him. Northern Ireland. Ben Killip. We're not selling Ben Killip for anybody. Sorry. And Reagan Ogle, yeah, he has met his maximum in defensive wingback, I guess. We'll see if we can change to something else or if he's just tapped in general. He's just tapped. So we'll just make it attacking wingback then for when he gets upgraded again eventually. And now we got a game against Cambridge. Quickly. Back into it. We'll think about playing again. Ewan Forsyth. Might have to, honestly. Nothing new in the scouting areas, so see who we can play. Bapaga is back in. Thomas Asante is going to play right wing, I think. And we're going to bring up Odesuna to play... Actually, you know what? Fuck that. No, I'm going to play McMullen at striker. He seems to have quite a lot of potential. And I want to see what he's got. Brendan Wiredu is going to take a seat in this one. And then, you know what? I'll play Forsyth. He's asking for it. He's gassed, but he's a backup, so it doesn't really matter to me all that much. Roshan Williams will get into play sometime. And you know what? I'm gonna play Clark here as well. And I think it's going to be our lineup. That's how we're going to roll with it. Against Cambridge. And we get a 4-1 victory. Wiredu scores again. Bapaga bags. McMullen bags in his first career game, and Papaga bagged again. He bagged twice. Great look for us in that game. And we get 3 more points. We are in third place, quickly off to a fast start. Molyneux, is he ready to play again? He is. Oh, baby. Okay. So that's big time. Nicky Featherstone is out 4 weeks. Let's adjust our lineup then here. So Nicky's out. We need to bring in... I think Forsyth is going to start in that spot then. And we'll bring up Clark to be the bench guy because he can play defensive mid. Molyneux is going to come up in favor of Gray, I believe, now, because he is available to play. And I think that's how our team is going to look for now. I think we may try to sell somebody. If we get an offer for a guy like Gray or Holm, I would be interested in potentially listening to those. And that could give us a little extra money to operate with. Maybe buy another defensive midfielder, or a midfielder in general. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And what do we have here? We have a lot of things going on. Ethan Chislett is scouted. He's not that bad out of Wimbledon. Omar Bogle is being offered up again, and we're going to reject that. And Kunku is not as bad as I thought he was. Showing great potential. I just don't need him at this point. Usmari Fane, he's not bad. I mean, he's 28 years old. He's pretty slow. Colland, I don't want to bring him in out of Denmark. Doesn't make sense. And Dago, I think he's out of Cote d'Ivoire, so I'm not going to sign him. And Tom Crawford wants to let me know that he is ready to go with Featherstone being hurt. I don't really care, to be quite honest. It looks like Jamie Sterry could use another rest, so we'll take him out, and we'll play Bramall in that spot. Bramall, I'm happy to play in either spot, and I just switch him and Nagy around. Bramall's an important player, or his role is important, so he needs to be able to get some time in. And we draw with Shrewsbury, despite dominating possession and shots in that game. No matter. It is what it is. That's soccer, I guess. And then we have a game coming up against Wycombe. I can see. This guy's not nearly as good as I thought. Nagy's development schedule is zapped. He's Hungarian. That's what I thought. And we'll just let him do whatever. Killip. His development schedule is tapped, I think. But he's just really good in general to me. His diving and his reflexes are unbelievable. But that's okay. Chin up, son. I love some of these generic responses. It looks like we're meeting our standards here because we have a 94 approval rating. Jake Beasley, we have his scouting report done. He's not bad playing for Blackpool. He's somebody to keep an eye on as a potential target. And now I'm going to look and see. Let's take a look at some of these. I guess we missed some options. We'll speed through this real quick, see if there's any guys who pique our interest that I missed. Matt Macy is 6'9". Oh, wow. Yeah, I definitely want to know about him. Bernie Abini, he's intriguing. He could be he's 29, though. Ugh. Not seeing really anyone else that strikes me as intriguing enough to scout. A lot of these guys I've already looked at, but they're just too good for our team right now. They don't fit. Nobody there that's new. Definitely have some new guys here. Ibsen Rossi looks like he could be a good player. Bonnet's not that great. And goalkeepers. I missed some goalkeepers for sure. These guys are all European. This guy, I guess, isn't. Hervé Vincent. We'll take a look at him. Sorry, I had an itch on my lip. I don't know why I was using my teeth to get rid of it, but I did. Here we are. Josh Davison for Charlton Athletic could be a good player to scout. It looks like he might be outperforming this level. 6'2", he's got good speed. Fits the type of system we try to run. And let's now just move into our game against Wycombe. I think Holm will take a seat in favor of Thomas Asante. I think we'll get Roshan Williams back in here as well for Jones. Forsyth definitely and Wiredu are both going to sit. So Crawford and Clark are both going to play. And Nagy is going to sit, and Bramall is not the guy to play right now, so it will be Ogle who comes in. Ogle's got a great weak foot, so he fits that side just fine. And that's how we're going to roll with this match, with this lineup. And we get a 4-1 victory over Wycombe. We only had 4 shots, but all of them went in. Bapaga scored 2 of them, Shelton with 1 of them, Bogle with another one. Wycombe's got to be pissed. They dominated that game. More shots, more possession, more everything, and they just couldn't get anything done. And Thomas Asante finally able to switch back over to striker. That's where we wanted him at. And I think I want him just to be a complete strike, or maybe even like poacher. Increase that, just go hard into the shooting ability of this guy. Really increases reaction, shot power, penalties, volleys. Yeah, that's what I want, poacher. That's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Now we have our cup game coming up here against Swansea. Will Bapaga, we can get a lot of money for him. Sheffield United want to bring him in for 3.9, but I think I can get more for him later. He's only 19 years old, almost 70 overall. I think he has the highest potential on our entire team. I can't sell early on him. Maybe maybe when we move up the championship, I should sell him and try to buy some guys who are more quality at that level. Depends on if we're getting beat up, I think. But maybe definitely before the Premier League. We're gonna need to sell. We're gonna need some type of cash cow for once we move up to the higher levels of English soccer, because we're in like League 1 and League 2 are negligible. They're pretty much the same. I feel like the talent level is not a huge difference, as opposed to Championship, going up to Championship compared to League 1, and going up to the Prem, especially the Prem, is compared to League 1, or is compared to Championship. So something we're definitely gonna have to keep an eye on. Joe Grayson playing for Barrow looks very good. Liam Kelly, not that great. Speed rush through these guys. Harry Lewis could be a guy to bring in as a goalkeeper. Nobody there to intrigue me. I've looked at those guys already. Ait Nori is good, but he's going to be too rich for us. Joshua Feeney is not that great. Jean Schmidt, terrible. Wow, Virginia is not bad, I don't think. He could be an intriguing option going for moving up in the championship, perhaps. And Jamari Clark out of Reading looks really good. We're definitely going to get some scouting done on him. And now we're into Carabao Cup against Swansea City. Michael Obafemi is a guy I would love to bring in. I just wish he was a little taller. I think we're going to sit Bogle in this one for Thomas Asante. And Bapaga is going to sit. And we're going to play Molyneux. He's a left foot. I think I should move him to left wing full time. Wiredu, I think, is going to take a seat as well in this one. He is gassed quite a bit, I'm seeing. And we'll play Clark again, I guess. And Odusina, yeah, we'll just roll with Odusina in this one. And that's the team we're going to rock with. And Swansea. And they beat us. They're in the championship, so I'm not surprised by that. But I don't need to be competing in all these cup matches anyway. We're a low team. We're not trying to think of European competition or winning cups. We're a humble team, simply looking to just We're a humble team just looking to improve, and slowly but surely. Maybe I shouldn't move him to left wing. What is Joe Gray's foot? He's a right foot. Oh, let's do that then. Let's move Joe Gray to right wing. And I'll move Molyneux to left wing, since he is a left winger. Or perhaps it's better to move Bapaga there, because he could start there. Who do we have starting at winger already? Is it Holm? Let's change it. Let's make Bapaga the right winger. We'll keep Gray here, I guess, because it's going to take him a while anyway. I don't know why it was just so difficult to me. And then I think I'm going to start Molyneux at left wing instead of Holm. I think it's about time for that. Because Molyneux's got better pace. And Holm could just play off the bench here. Yeah, I like that. I like that. We'll roll with that lineup. Because Molyneux is a former striker. So he fits in that scheme. He'll fit that quite well. And now we have the league match against Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, we do have new options here. Oh, no, it's just guys we never looked at because I didn't click in because I didn't have to. Let's look at some of the scouting reports. Yeboah Eminkwa, not good enough for my liking. Connor Shaughnessy, Osei Yaw is not anywhere near what I thought he could be. Hungary is Tab Nagy to be on their national team. Wow, how about that? Let's get through this game with Sheffield Wednesday. Who needs to take a seat? I think we could probably play Molyneux. Shelton needs to sit down, though, so Crawford will come in. Odusina needs to take a seat, so Roshan Williams will play. Do we have another center back out? It's Clark, and he is the center mid backup. So we'll go with Jones, Williams. Yeah, we'll go with this lineup. I don't know why Forsyth is the captain, oddly. But let's see how we do against Sheffield Wednesday. It's a draw. Wiredu scoring all these goals for us. What an incredible pickup he has been. He might be somebody I carry through the entire series. And now we're in the EFL Cup trophy match again. And we're going against Colchester. That is Wiredu's former team. But I don't even know if he's going to play. We might rest him. Let's take a look at some of these players who are free agents. Jacob Davenport has me intrigued. He looks like somebody I could bring in and play right away. Is an option. Cristobal Cortez. Doesn't make sense for me to even know about him as a player. Harrison Sharp doesn't look good. And we'll stick with that. See how we line up against Colchester. Wiredu is going to play, by the way. It looks like he is fit enough. So I'll bring in a left wing here. It'll be Gray. Then Holm will be the backup. Bogle will take a seat for Thomas Asante. I think Forsyth will take a seat in favor of Tom Crawford. We really need better center backs here. Geez, Bramall's going to jump in. Roshan Williams has to jump in for Jones, I think. And we'll bring in Clark for Odusina. And we'll just go from there, I think, yeah. See how it goes against Colchester in this cup. It's 1-1. Nagy scored for us. The cup matches, like I said, I don't really care about all that much. Oh, and we're in the transfer period end. I don't think I'm going to sell anyone else. I do want to keep an eye on Okonkwo moving forward. I don't think I'm going to sell anyone else, so I might just sim through this. Let's look at these guys. Akeem Famewo is intriguing for a later date. Any of the free agents I can sign at any time and they'll join the squad. So I'm not concerned about that. It's just I don't think I'm going to buy any of these people. None of these people are people that I would be interested in pursuing. So, on that note, I'm just going to simulate through this day up to here. Just so we don't have to go through all the hours. We have a monthly scouting report. Matthew May is not good. And Joel Freeman's even worse, but I need to be able to see the youth squad report here. So Cooney is getting close to being called up. Once he hits 65 overall is probably when I will bring him up to the big squad. McClellan really does have a lot of potential. I'm so excited for him to move the left wing. So I like how we look there. Transfer window closed, and James Jones, Darmstadt is interested, but I'm not interested in selling him. He's newer to the team. We just bought him last year. He's been good for us. He's a staple as the starting center back, so I don't want to sell him. But I will say that Nagy, I think, is going to be sold. I'm going to add him to the transfer list because I think we can do with Cohen Bramall, and I think we'll have our left back ready to come up by then. So we'll use this money and potentially buy another midfielder to step in for potentially Nicky Featherstone. Or Shelton, even. I'm not opposed to getting rid of Mark Shelton. But we'll need a replacement for Featherstone anyway next year, so it might make sense to just buy them now. Wonderful. So we added him to the transfer list. I want to see if there's somebody else with a contract expiring that we aren't going to want to bring back. I think I already went through and decided what guys to bring back, and I did. There's nobody else with an expiring contract, so we're Gucci. And we're going up against Burton Albion, who's 4th in the table right now, so I think we should play against them. I think we're going to play this game. Nicky Featherstone's back from injury, but he's not going to be ready to play. Ogle wants to start over Jamie Sterry. Wow. Laying it all on the line for me, eh? It looks like Nagy is... Oh, he's out traveling the world. So he can't play, and I don't know if it'll glitch, and I don't want to take the chance of it glitching if I'm going to play the game. So I'm just going to sit Nagy for now. Bramall is not going to start. He is not fast enough ready for that. I'll start Ogle. He wants to start. He wants to play. So let's do it. He'll be the starting left back since Nagy is abroad. And I think we're going to have to not play Wiredu in this one. He's gassed. So we will bring in Crawford to play instead. Nicky Featherstone might be a bench guy instead. Never mind. We'll just keep it like that. We'll keep it like this, and we'll see what happens. Crawford will play. Forsyth is the captain for whatever reason, but let's see how we do against Burton Albion. We're at home for this one, so I hope it goes well. We got it down to Papaga here, playing right wing now. I'm hoping I play better with Papaga. This will be the first game I play with Papaga since we moved him to right wing, and he's a right foot. So hopefully it's more natural when I play better with him. Molyneux is a left foot, should help as well. Oh, goddamn. Molyneux as a left foot should be an intriguing option as well at the left side. He's going to give more pace than Holm did. I don't know why it took me so long to put him back in the starting lineup. Wow. What a terrible whiff of a shot that was. Odusina will send it up to Ogle, who sends it down to Crawford, and who gets tackled immediately, losing it.
It's a goal for Peterborough United. No one was marking.
Can he make it count?
There's no way.
Well, he should score, of course, but that's
We cut that down pretty well. Killip did well to save it, but Odusina, I think we played both those guys pretty well. Made them indecisive. Great header by Sterry to make sure that gets out of there.
An attack full of promise.
Oh, I really went in for an aggressive tackle there. He was outside the box, though, so I figured even if I miss, it wouldn't be a PK. Oh, what a play there that was. Ogle. He said he wanted the play. Here he is. Oh, man. Bad pass. I really thought that was going to work. We have the best defensive record in the league. How about that? Jamie Sterry, I'll take it up. They're not even close on Bapaga, so I'll take it up with him.
Which is why they've conceded so few goals.
It's ripped. Oh, jeez. I don't know who that was. I think that might have been Shelton Crawford. But they just missed. Shame.
Well, unfortunately, we had to interrupt, Alex.
Oh, wow. And that ball was hit by Odusina right to the Burton Albion squad. Oh, bad shot. It went off of Odusina. Oh, and a terrible header effort by the striker. It got right to his head, but he just missed. Ahmad, or Ahadme, or I think that's what it said, Ahadme, something like that. And we'll send it down to Bapaga. He's going to try to dance around with it a little bit. Send it up to Forsyth. Bogle turns, just misses the net again. Man. 2 shots just wide by this team. Hate to see that.
Morris.
I wish we were playing with Wiredu more, because he's got to be the thumbnail of the video. He's got to be the prize of this video, this episode so far. Bringing him in for that 1.1 million euros was a steal, and then the fact that he's scored a lot of goals for us so far this year, and I think he is a major part probably of why our defense is #1 in League One right now. Not to say Odusina isn't doing anything to help that, Odusina and Jack Jones, but I think having a capable defensive midfielder in there with his size is definitely giving us a new look that we didn't have last year. And man, I just cannot get that ball away from Burton there. Powell sending it in. Nobody's able to get on the end of that. Borthwick Jack has the ball. What a name that is. Odusina can't get his head on it, but it's headed too high and over the nets. Oh my God, what a terrible pass. What a play by Jack Jones. I don't know how I'm surviving this right now. It's honestly unbelievable.
Alex, thank you very much.
Jamie Sterry was trying to come up and get that ball. Yeah, they're killing us.
A real threat going forward, but they must take one of these chances while they're having this good period that you do sense it's coming.
He's trying to hold my jersey. He can't do it. He can't keep up. Oh, tried to slam it up there to Bogle. Didn't work. That's an easy one. What a pass. That's Shelton, I believe. Mark Shelton putting it in there. We've been bullied most of this game, but wow, we took our chance when it came to us. It's a good pass up to Bogle. Bogle was easy find to Shelton. He took too long with the pass. I thought it was going to take too long, but works out perfectly. Gets right onto his foot, and Shelton's able just to tap it home right past the goalie. Easy goal for Mark. And it's 1-0. Hartlepool over Burton Albion.
Coming through of a penalty in one of the other matches, and Alex Scott can fill us
Oh man, I almost played that perfectly. Oh, Sheffield Wednesday has apparently missed a penalty kick in a different game. Oh, what a terrible pass on that. Oh man. He could have ran right past everybody if you put it in a better spot down towards the sideline. Can't believe they didn't push that run down that way. It's annoying. Oh.
Promising possession, this. And he really read that
Oh,
brilliantly.
yo.
This is the game.
Wow. He's offside. The flag's up. I see it. I almost fucked that up. Royally. Royally. But it's okay. We Gucci. And we got it up to Ogle now. Ogle is a wing back by trade, so he can run. He's going to send it down. Oh. Oh my god. I don't know why they didn't just let the goalkeeper take it, but man, they got in position to block that shot. I had to kick it quickly or else nothing was going to work.
Plenty of forward momentum here, but can they produce?
Forsyth, oh, he can't get his head on it. The 16-year-old from Scotland. And there's Molyneux, yup. Former striker. He's not going to miss. He's a former striker, Mr. Molyneux, and I think that's his first goal since coming back from injury. Tore his ACL last year for us. He was one of our best players, and he's back now, and what a kick with that left foot. If that was Papaga, you know I would have had no chance, but that left foot, beautiful shot. Beautiful placement, too. Wow. Molyneux puts it in, and we're up 2-0 right before the end of the first half. Huge for us. Huge. Because it looked like we were going to go down early in this game. We did not look good. Blow the whistle. They're not doing anything. Yeah. How long can you allow this to go on? Great find. And Forsyth will just hold it, move up, and that'll be the whistle. We're up 2-0 at half. Couldn't be happy with that. I think we are probably not winning the possession battle, but we are winning. We're taking our chances when they come, and Burton's just missing. They've missed a lot. Amadi Holloway is in now for Burton. They've made us change its striker already. They mean business, and that what is that? Oh man, maybe they don't mean business. That was terrible. We'll get this up, and we'll just slowly pass this up, I think. Molyneux making plays. Bogle can't get it through. Didn't switch me to that guy for whatever reason, since it was in the air, but okay. Oh, Ogle just took that guy out.
At times they make passing
easy. No. He's going to kick it out. What is this guy doing? Oh, what a pass. I'm going to question what he's doing. He's making great passes like that, and we got to get that ball out of there. Wow, what a play. And there we go. We'll just keep heading it out. Theo Hernandez heading to the Tottenham Spurs, it looks like.
Well, I think he'll fit in well to their style of play. He's a skillful player, but the move will just bring out...
Papaga. Oh, why did he take an extra dribble? I hit triangle before that dribble. That's some bullshit. Oh. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. I'm glad they suck at finishing, man. They've had so many chances to score on me today, and they just cannot do it.
That may just have given them some hope.
Maybe it did give them some hope. Who knows?
Well, there it is. The hosts haven't had that much of the
there we go.
But they've certainly shown an ability to counter-attack when they win it back.
Bogle. Oh, I wanted to dance around with it so bad. Bogle doesn't have a ton of skill moves, though.
And breaking at pace with menace.
Oh, what is this guy doing? You gotta stay. Okay, yeah, stay up, stay up, stay up. Oh, what a save! Killip is one of the, like, so far, he's one of the best goalkeepers I've used in FIFA 22, and he's only, what, a 67 overall player? That's crazy. He can't stop that one. Can't stop that one. Let's take a look at it. 16 does a great job, just bodies my defender and just easily gets his head onto the ball. Shaughnessy. He's one of the players I've been looking at possibly bringing in, I believe, or I just finished scouting. Oh, and Forsyth is hurt now. I saw the injury thing come up on my thing, so I'm going to have to deal with that. Oh, he can't do that.
Couldn't hang on to the ball.
I did not bring that thing up. I don't know why I came up. Is Forsyth up and playing again? That's the last thing we need, man. Another injury to a midfielder. This is the absolute last thing we need. And Ogle now has it. Running up with it. He's saying, just follow me. I'll take it. Take you to the promised lands. And then Molyneux just never bent his run like I wanted him to. So we end up just running into a defender. That was a great ball over the top, and he just straight missed. They're just beating us up right now, and we're going to bring in Bramall instead of Ogle. I wanted to start Bramall in this game. That's what his point is. The point of him on this team is to be the right or left back substitute. But he is gassed from a previous game that he jumped in. But Forsyth is going to stay in. Doesn't seem like this AI has much concern about Forsyth. So neither do I. Bramall sending it in. Not a strong cross.
Alex keeping us right up to date.
Forsyth has it. Great find. Great find. Bogle. Rocket. Oh, man. I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing, man, but Bogle, I'm killing it with him. I'm absolutely killing it with Omar Bogle these past two episodes. Found him. He had the opening for the time. Takes the shot. We'll take out Forsyth for Wiredu. Look at that. Oh, it's a rocket of a shot. Right over top of the goalkeeper, I think. I don't think the goalie has a chance here. It's a riser. If he puts up his right hand instead of his left hand instead of his right hand, it's probably caught. What's going on, Michigan King 1?
So back underway. 3-1 the score.
See your chat in there. I will say hello to you as well. Oh, nice steal. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad to get that third goal at the very least to have some breathing room since they've gotten close a few times. I'm not going to feel pissed off if I give up another goal.
A quarter of an hour remaining here.
Oh, great slide tackle. He read it perfectly. And I got to get back. Now, give me Bramall. I would rather be Bramall. Cut him off. Going nowhere with it. Oh, great play. Who's your career mode with, Michigan King? I'm curious.
Well, he's run the game, hasn't he? Everything's gone through him. His passing has been excellent.
Because I had a few ideas in mind for who I wanted to do this with before I settled on Hartlepool, so I'm curious who yours is.
Stuart, what have you made of this?
Well, they've controlled most of the game, haven't they? Their 1- and 2-touch passing has been sharp. The movement's been...
Oh, he's open. Molyneux. Oh, wow.
Not a great effort, was it?
That finishing, holy hell. Brought in the young Scotsman Clark. Our best young guys are Scottish, our youth academy guys. Oh, created your own club in League 2. Nice. I created my own club in Ligue 2, or whatever they call it in France. I did it on my own. I didn't stream that one, but it was a very fun one. Trying to take over the French league, take it from Paris Saint-Germain. Which we did. I ended up winning a treble in that one. So hopefully we can do the same thing here with Hartlepool as I go through. Would love to win a treble with them.
And space for the cross. Morris. And that is how to block.
Get that out of there. Terrible cross. I'm just going to try to play defense and run this one out. Oh, that works. That works. Right up the Molyneux. See at the wheels? Nope. 6 or 7 seasons in. Are you in the Prem yet?
Well, out of play, under pressure.
I think it took me 6 or 7 seasons to win a Champions League with My French team.
On a pass that lacks quality. This looks promising. Could pull one back here.
Oh, that's a good pass. Oh, how did I get through?
Danger
Oh,
still.
nice.
And a time for composure on the ball.
You competing for titles? Almost finished with it, and it's our new one.
Victory for the home team.
I'm not gonna do a post-match interview. I'm just gonna move forward. See, we got player injured. Only 5 days for Forsyth. That's good. Brilliant. Who do we have next? We have MK Dons. Interesting. I just love that their nickname is MK Dons. Makes me think of like Dons as in mafias. I don't know why. So Nagy, who's interested in him? Who is this? Cruz Azul is interested. Thought about it. Okay, yeah. Hit me with your idea that you have. I'll let you know. I'll give you my thoughts if you're interested in them. I'm gonna see. Yeah, let's just accept that offer. That's a good offer, I think, for him. And Toluca with another offer at the same price. That's fine. I'm fine to sell Nagy. I think we are going to have the depth to replace him, and it's going to give us some financial flexibility in the second transfer window. Herb Vincent, not that great, but he's only 16. Bernie's terrible. And Matt Macy, 6'9", man. Oh my god, I just want him because he's 6'9". Some giant. He's a monster. I don't know if there is anyone taller than that in FIFA. If there is, let me know, but I don't think there are. 6'9", Christ. Tom Crawford's always in my fucking ear about wanting to play for an injured player. But he's just not going to. I mean, I guess he will since Forsyth is hurt in this one. So I guess he will have to play. We'll take Forsyth out for, I guess, Nicky Featherstone. And, oh, we got some guys we can rest here. Some guys are gassed. Bogle for sure. We'll put in Thomas Asante. Molyneux. I'm going to have to read that more on my mobile thing. One sec, Michigan. Cut off on my overlay. I wanted to sit Molyneux and play... I'll play Gray. I'll get him some run. Let's see. I don't know why it still came up because there is no player in that spot. But we draw with the MK Dons. I'll take it. As long as we keep gaining points. I don't think we've lost a game yet this season. Let's look at the Nagy. Oh, shit. Okay, I totally forgot. Okay, I forgot why. That's why he's bitching at me. I forgot I sat him out. Now we're good. This is Zolt. Okay, so what were you saying here, Michigan King? Create an own club in the MLS, become a developmental team. I could dig that. I mean, I do like you doing the youth academy stuff a lot. I just like using those players a lot and winning things. I mean, I think the only problem you might run into in the MLS is you might get bored because there's no like international competition with the MLS. Like, I would suggest if you want to do that, maybe try the Mexican League because at least you could play in the CONMEBOL or whatever the acronym is for that, and you can play against some maybe even Argentinian teams, Ecuadorian teams, Colombian teams. Because I know MLS, I don't think the American teams get invited to that. So you could do that's definitely fun. I've done Ajax before. It's definitely a fun thing to do. Okay, I don't know why he wants to still be the captain. But yeah, I think it's a fun idea. I love doing youth academy stuff. That's why I'm trying to build this one up through the youth academy, but I'm just not finding a lot of good players so far. I'm going to scout some of these guys. Some of these guys look like they could work for me here in the future. I'm sorry, I missed him. Yeah, definitely appreciate you thinking that is a good idea. But yeah, I would, because I tried to do one off of stream recently where I was doing just like a manager career mode, or like instead of like I was the manager and I was jumping jobs. So I started recently in the Argentinian league, and it's interesting. The teams there are a lot better than you would think, and you can find some interesting young players there to play with that you wouldn't otherwise play in a European one. I'm sure it didn't go to plan. I'm sure some of the players just sucked ass. I don't think I want to scout any of these other guys. Maybe Jake O'Brien. Is he good? No. And I'm going to play this one against Peterborough because they are second in the League One right now, and we're going to have to sit some guys. Molyneux's going to sit. I'll bring in Gray. Is Bapaga fit enough to play? I guess so. I'll bring in Thomas Asante. We'll get some more run with him. I haven't shown him off in the video this much. We'll get Crawford in there. Wiredu's going to play. I'm not going to sit him again after I didn't get a chance to play with him last time. And Nicky Featherstone's going to hit. He's going to play off the bench still because he's still got that Band-Aid on him. Roshan Williams I'll throw in. I think I'm going to have to play Jack Jones again. I think I'm just going to have to do it. But yeah, let's roll with this lineup. See what we can do. But yeah, Michigan King, if you stream this stuff too on your own Twitch, I'd be happy to. If you follow, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. I'll follow yours if you follow mine, and we can just follow each other's screen rate, give advice if you would like. And I'll do that with anyone else who watches, if you watch on Twitch, or if you're watching on YouTube and you have a Twitch, you can link yours, comment it. I'm happy to follow, and I love watching some new content, seeing ideas other people get. Love seeing players guys decide to bring in. And see how they develop. It gives me ideas for guys I can bring in other rebuilds. God, I wanted to tackle him, but I was scared he was going to fuck up and give him a penalty kick. Peterborough is pretty good. Yeah, I love the career modes where I can find those good gems, or those gems of players. The rebuild I just did, I found a dude from Switzerland who ended up being like an 89 overall player for me. Fantastic. He's one of the best youth players I've had. Yeah, hit me if you're striker, Wreck. Laid into the center, and still dangerous. I'm definitely going to need a striker after this season to replace Bogle, I think, especially if we get promoted. I like Thomas Asante, but I don't think he's the starter long term. Oh, great block. Oh, man. Whoop. I don't know if that pass was... Yeah, I didn't think that pass was going to work.
Oh, a nice looking pass. And nearly the ideal ball, but a good piece of defending.
Oh, why didn't it let me slide tackle with him? I wish it would have given me the option to slide tackle when I hit square instead of trying to kick it. This is by far, just playing Peterborough so far, they're the best team in League One I've played so far. We played Burton Albion and we played Oxford, I think, in our first game of the season. But this team is just moving the ball on me pretty easily, finding openings, but their passing's a little sloppy. Oh, shit. Okay, that guy played it that well. See if we can get Wiredu another goal in this one. Get him some good tackle shots. Definitely want him to be the focus point of this episode. Oh, Thomas Asante, tell me he's on. Barely. You couldn't find him. Oh, well, sir. Santiago Jimenez is the suggestion. Who does he play? What league does he play for, or what team? I'll look him up after this and put him on the transfer, or I'll start scouting him and put him on the transfer list. That's a bad pass. I didn't know who I was passing it to. These guys play a similar style to me. They like to break real quick and have these long passes across the field. Oh, no, no, no. That's not who I wanted to be. Wow.
Yes, Derek, we have to give credit to the keeper, but surely he should have scored there. That's a big, big chance.
Okay, okay. Oh, what an awful cross. Jesus Christ, Gray. This is why I don't play Joe Gray. He's 18 years old, but he can't do shit. Thomas Asante. Ah! Tell me that's a corner kick. Oh, he saved it. Whoop. Thank you. Thomas Asante is doing it all. Oh, wow. Okay. Dang. Come on. Fuchs. Okay, please. Oh, damn it. I wish you would have said that earlier, because I had an offer. Cruz Azul just offered me 1.1 million euros for one of my for my left back. I could have gone in there and tried to done a player swap, maybe. I'll search him after this, though.
Keeping the ball moving.
Oh, man, why are you saving that with your feet? Just catch it. I hate how the FIFA players play sometimes. And I'll take the save nonetheless, but it could have been a lot easier. But Paga just swiped that. He's got wheels. He's got wheels. But it looks like the Petersburg guy's got more wheels.
But surely the breakthrough's coming.
Anthony Cossi is a free agent. Left back. I have a good guy in left back in Bramwell right now, and I can usually find a lot of left backs, so I might take a look at him as well. Oh, jeez. Alright, that's half. Tied at 0-0. Yeah, I definitely got to keep an eye on left and right backs. They're the most important players in my system, I think, since I like to have overlapping runs, and I need guys to be able to get back and play the good defense. I need them to be able to cross well. They're usually the best players on my team are my left and right backs. What is happening? I think my joystick was fucked up there again, because he wasn't moving.
Clark Harris. Will it happen for them? It should be.
Oh, what a play there. Roshan Williams. And a terrible pass afterwards. Led him way too far. No, give me Roshan. Oh. Man, I'll be surprised if I don't give up a goal in this game. The way it's going, I'd be surprised if I don't lose. I might be happy with a draw on this one. Great pass. Oh, man.
Well, how did he stop that? That's just unbelievable.
And taken short.
There we go. Up to Nagy, who loses it immediately.
Well, he might be onto something.
I'm glad I was there with Gray, who's incredibly out of position, but he saves the day. What are these terrible passes? Wow, they didn't even call a foul on that slide. Okay, we need to calm down. Everyone needs to settle down. Settle down. Roshan Williams.
The big breaking transfer.
Jonathan Tah is heading to RB Leipzig. Interesting.
Has completed his move to Leipzig.
Yes, it's an exciting.
They're going to give me a yellow. Oh, there was nothing came up to even. Oh, Wiredu gets a yellow. It's bullshit. They didn't even call advantage. I didn't see. At least I didn't see it. Maybe it did come up.
Waiting for the play to stop and now going back to caution him. Clark Harris.
Oh, that's a. He waved his flag for that too. Come on. I guess I am being a little reckless.
In possession to give them the lead, maybe. And the keeper
Oh my god.
deal with it.
All I did was hit circle. I just wanted to kick it out of there. I didn't need that to I didn't need all that extraness.
Side. And they continue to advance.
And we get it up to Molyneux here. I'll send it up more here to Shelton. Up to Sterry, who's going to take it up himself. Oh. Bogle. No. Oh, Thomas Asante. Oh, that wasn't Bogle. He's not even playing. Thomas Asante was there for a sec. Couldn't finish it, though. Forgot, we have a lot of backups in this game. So maybe that's contributing to why Peterborough is running train on me so far. Not even running train, just holding the ball more and looking like the better team.
It's a neat move.
It is a neat move, but it's closed down.
Still pushing for the goal that would put them ahead, but not forcing it.
Shit. Where do I need you to step up here, bro? Oh, what a pass. He had to be offside. No. Yeah, he must have came from somewhere that I wasn't looking at. Roshan Williams, save it yourself. No! Alright, Roshan Williams, note to self, can't pass a through ball worth shits. Need to stop hitting triangle with him. I can see why he is no longer considered good.
That's a good-looking ball. And the cross goes
Get that out of here. Why are you not stopping that? Oy. No, I can't take out Wiredu. He's so big. He's so tall. Why are you not just stopping this ball, man? Oh, the reaction time was so bad. I can't be too mad at Killip because he's been a really good goalie for us in this career mode. Oh, great move there. Molyneux got him, turned him. Oh. Oh, okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. All right, we need to really just put it in the high gear.
City were awarded the penalty. It was great technique. Top corner. No one was stopping that one.
Thomas Asante. Oh, man, I thought he had ran past me. I thought I was going to have an open shot. Not to be had. I kind of spoke this into existence. I thought I might lose this one. Great play. It's Jamie Sterry, man, the former Newcastle lad. Wow. He tried to pass it up and it went out of bounds. You gotta be kidding me.
In position here to protect the ball.
Oh, he kept it in play. Okay. I didn't think he did. Didn't think that he had. That works, though. What a terrible attempt. I should have kicked it back towards the center. Very much a waste.
Fuchs. Couldn't keep it.
Nice. Beat him.
He cuts it back.
There it is. Man, I cannot believe that worked. I cannot believe that worked. It's Ewan Forsyth, I think. The 16-year-old Scotsman. Oh, baby, he gives him a little heart. The fans, they love it. Let's see, it's a great pass. I can't believe Shelton got his head on it and then got that pass off in time. The goalkeeper was way out of position. It was just the fact that I didn't think the pass was going to get through or that he was going to be able to get the shot off. Ewan Forsyth, though, I'll take it. In the 84th minute, we have tied the game. We've got a point coming our way right now. Perhaps we aren't done yet. Maybe we can get the ball back. Like that. Oh, I thought I had it back. John Doe Fuchs being a little lazy with the ball. Oh shit! I definitely thought I was gonna win that ball. Odusina sends it out. Thomas Asante sending it down. I've got it to Molyneux. Or that's Gray. Fuck, it's not Molyneux. I don't know why I keep saying Molyneux. Thomas Asante again. Oh, God, I didn't see Fuchs there. I thought that was a ref. Oh, too slow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I deserve to lose that after that. I can't believe he made that. Excellent shot. I mean, that's just all the goals here in the last couple seconds. I have one more shot probably. Gray. Gray's not really the guy I want bringing the ball up, I don't think. Thomas, I thought I had a lane to Thomas Asante for a second. That's an early whistle blow, ref. Come on now. Alright, well, we took the L there. That sucks. But I think it's deserved. They got way more shots off than us. They were just a better team. It was hard. They were hard to beat. So it's our first loss of the season, I think, and we were still in third place. It's still fine by me. And let's take a look at our scouting report real quick. Both these guys suck coming out of Iceland. I reject both of them. Let's see. Ryan McGill. So I got a high overall, but his potential's not there really for me to be interested. Kevin Fanning. Ugh. These players. I'll keep scouting McGill. We'll see what we get out of him. We'll see what his thing is. I'm gonna put Nicky Featherstone back in the lineup, I think, over Forsyth. So that would mean no. We'll bring Nicky back in. He will be the captain, of course. Featherstone is the captain. He should be healthy by now. I'm surprised he's not. And we'll move forward, but oh, I almost forgot. I want to add those players to my list. We got a ton of players, or a ton of emails coming in. So we want Santiago Jimenez. We'll see where he's at. Santiago. Oh, he is no longer playing for Cruz Azul. He is very good out of Mexico. Damn. Playing for Elche. And we're looking at... And who else did you... Anthony Kachi, perhaps? Not even pretend I know how to pronounce it. And he's playing for Stroudsburg at the moment. We'll give him a scout. I thought he was going to be more Spanish than he is French. Let's look at some of these other guys we've been scouting. Jacob Davenport, I think, is somebody I'm definitely about to sign. And he's going to play off the bench. I know he's going to want to be a crucial player on the team. That's a problem. I can't give him a crucial role. That's going to be the problem. And I think that's what he's going to ask for. Jamari Clark's not showing me anything. Wow, Virginia could be a guy to take a look at. Harry Lewis could be a guy to sign later. Grayson, he's not nearly as good as I thought he could have been. Josh Davison is intriguing. I want to see how he develops through the year for Charlton. And Ibsen Rossi, he could be a good one for us at some point from Bournemouth. Nagy transfer talks end with Toluca. Cruz Azul is going to get him. Good for them. You're a big player for us, Nicky Featherstone. You're back in the lineup. I got you in. Stop talking to me every time somebody is hurt. Crawford. All right, let's take a look at the new guys real quick. So much updates. So many updates right now. Nothing to see there. Maybe the striker, though. The Brentford striker. Who is this? Joel Valencia. Oh, he's only 5'5". No way. No way. He's never going to win a header ever in his life. Nathaniel Ogbetta, though, look at this guy is 6'3", incredible speed. He could be somebody. He's crossing terrible. See, I kind of want to just put him at center back, buy him and move him to center back. He's a great defender. I think that's where he belongs. I think he could be. He's a guy I'm thinking I'm going to buy and do that with. That could be a diamond in the rough right there that we find. Who is Harrison Burrows? Doesn't look too bad either. Left wing back. Very much interesting. Yeah, I know my best bet might be using free agents. That's why I have this any position first team quality is it's supposed to only scout players with 0 to 1 years left on their contract. So either it comes up as free agents or they come up as guys I can get on a free when the 6 months are up. But it sometimes doesn't work that way. But yeah, I have signed some free agents. Nagy, my left back, is a free agent that I had signed. I think I've signed some depth pieces at free agency too. AFC Wimbledon, they're in 4th place right now, but there's a bunch of teams tied for that spot, so I don't think I'm going to play them. I think I'm only going to play like Peterborough or Portsmouth at this point right now. Let's see how we do in the sim. Featherstone's back. We were doing well with him in as the captain before, and we draw with Wimbledon here. Lucky for us because McCormick missed the penalty kick that would have given them the lead in the 78th minute, but Bogle bags twice for us. Happy to see it. And we have a point, so Blackpool's moving up the list as well. Yeah, Nicky Featherstone's fine for us. He'll be a good play. He'll be fine. These guys, can I change, or these guys just done developing in general? I have a feeling that Odusina is, he's our first 70 overall player, I think, by the way. So we got a defensive center back. We got these guys moving over. McClelland is now a left winger. Perfect. And I want him to be a wide winger. 15 seasons. Man, dude, I don't know how you have the patience for that. I hope you ended up winning something with it. Or else that would be very disappointing. Molyneux's over to a left wing now. Just how we want him. I get bored usually after like 7 or 8 seasons. I end up quitting even if I haven't won the Prem. But that's not what I'm going to do with our boys here. Switch to right wing. And we'll keep working that wide winger route maybe. Or even just support winger might be better. And we'll move forward. I'm definitely gonna get to the January window before I end this stream because we're at 6:56 right now. Shit, and we're only in September. That's all right. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm not gonna play you over Jamie Sterry. I don't know why he thinks I'm gonna do that. He's not that good. I think it's just because I've been playing so many. Oh, here we go. Rolly Pereira de Sa could be a guy for me to bring in as a depth piece. I think I hamper myself with some of these free agents sometimes too because I like trying to keep it at least somewhat realistic. So I feel like a team this small in England wouldn't know of players playing in like Spain, or not even Spain, but like in South America or like Eastern Europe. I feel like they would just stick to like their surrounding areas, maybe France, Spain, the British Isles, maybe like the Netherlands or something like that. But otherwise, look at Ramon Hendricks for Newcastle. Who is this? He must be new. They must have bought him because he's not on their team in real life. As a Newcastle fan, I can guarantee you that. I like Reece Williams too, and I think he could be a good fit for us because I usually want to buy him when I'm playing with a bigger team and his overall is just not good enough to fit in anywhere. But for us, he could be a good option in the championship next year. Because like, he's going to be unwilling to relocate right now since he's in the Prem. But, like I said, I don't know if I'm interested in either of those guys. And who's Georgie Kelly? I just like his name. Georgie! Hey, Georgie. Alright, we got Mansfield Town coming up, and they absolutely suck ass. They're 24th in the table, so I think we should get this dub. Catch this dub. We lose. Of course, we lost. We're third in the table. And of course, we lost 2-0 to the team that is 24th because that's always how the quick sim works. And that drops us out of the top 6. That's unreal. Brutal that it's this tight this early in the season. And we have Blackpool coming up, who I think might be ahead of us in the table. They're third. It's all good if you can. I do like I'll take any suggestions on players, but I do like just going through and finding them my own just through the scouting. That's why I spend so much time on it. It's annoying to watch sometimes, I'm sure, as a viewer, but like it's very important, I think. Like that guy looks good to me. This scouting report, Joel Freeman, trash player, as is Morgan Swift. But I think I had it'll delete the monthly report if I keep that up. Dennis, this guy looks like somebody I could sign if he's available for a pre-contract arrival arrangement in January. He's somebody I could look at. Wildsmith sucks. Brad Young. So I'm gonna track him through Aston Villa. Awesome. Good to know it. Good to know it. Yeah, I always wanted to. This is usually how I find good players to use in career mode, is just from scouting. And that's why I like using teams in different areas, just because I get like scouting the Argentinian leagues or scouting the Mexican leagues or scouting the Swiss leagues. I've done the Swiss leagues before. You find players that you would never find otherwise unless another bigger club were to buy them. Nothing to write home about there in the youth squad right now. Sad. Yeah, let's get through some of these guys. Tom Barlow, maybe he's a guy to sign. Okay, so I'm an American, and the fact that I've never heard about this guy playing for the American team tells me he's probably not very good. But we'll scout him anyway because his stats at face value, his ranges didn't look too bad. But I guarantee he's probably going to be ass. Connor Wilkinson could be solid. Irishman. And I don't think I'm interested in anyone else that's popping here. And we'll just sim Blackpool. We'll see how we do against them, number 3 in the table. We can't be worse than how we did against number 24. And we got the win. Thomas Asante came in off the bench for Molyneux and put the goal in the 79th minute. And we gained 3 points, and that should put us back in the top 6, I believe. It does, and we're into October already. Moving swimmingly on up here. We got Accrington next. We'll take a look at some of these guys. Drinlin's not that good. Jojo Wallacott. He doesn't look like he's going to be a good goalie to me. George Long could be an alright goalkeeper, but I feel like I don't need to scout. Like, I don't want to scout guys who might be okay at this point because I have some options at other positions that I've liked. Wow, this guy looks really good. Josep Caballero playing for Rosario Central. Damn. He must be a good youth player that they signed. Levi Colwell, I think, is pretty good for Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken. If I could bring him in at some point, that would be nice. Ryan Sanford. If that team, who is this team? If Millwall is loaning him, there's no way he is good. If he's not good enough to play for Millwall, he's not good enough to play for me. I can tell you that. Let's take a look at some of these finished reports. Harrison Burrows. I don't think we need him per se, but he looks good. But yeah, Nathaniel Ogbeta. I bet if I moved this guy to center back, he would move into the 70s in overall. He's got an unbelievable strength. His defending is the best thing about him. He can't cross worth shit, I don't think. Can he? Where is his... Yeah, I guess he can, but I don't know. He just seems like he'd be a better center back to me than he is out wide. He's definitely someone we're going to shortlist and consider to bring in as a center back. I might even do that in January with the money that we get from selling Nagy. All right, now we have Accrington. I'm not going to change anything in the lineup right now. I think we got the best lineup we can on the field. We draw. We gave up a goal. They had 2 shots and both of them went in. That's so terrible. Pell in the 88th minute tied it for him. That's terrible. Hate to see it. At least we're keeping points, though. And we'll move up. We got Hull City next. If man, I'm surprised Hull City's not better because I remember in FIFA 21 when I did a rebuild or a whole career mode in League Two, moving up, they were pretty good. I think they were in Championship by the time I played them. Let's see, these Icelandic guys are really not good. I'm not finding anything of value in any. I guess my scouts kind of suck too, but I can't invest in them as much as I want. Yeah, Reese Williams, guy to keep an eye on for the future. Ramon Hendricks, honestly, is too at Newcastle. They both are. And let's look at this monthly scout report. Ryan McGill, he's not good enough. I'm done. I'm ready to cut the cord. John Sloan, maybe? Oh, well, this guy. Ronan Fagan looks like has the potential to be the best player that I've signed so far for the Youth Academy. I think we'll say no to John Sloan, but let's look at him. Well, what is his overall, and what is his position? Left wing. He can dribble really well. He can shoot really well. His passing leaves a lot to be desired. I agree. I do like checking Brazil and Argentina for players. And Youth Academy as well is just in the league. Brazil, surprisingly, has a lot of good players, but when I bring them in, they have very little potential. Their teams have high overall players, but terrible potential players. See, he can't cross, curve. I think this guy's gonna be a better striker or an attacking midfielder. What are his other traits? His balance is good. His jumping is good. Strength isn't that bad. He's only 5'7". I'm gonna move him to attacking mid. Honestly, this guy's best position as a young kid is probably going to be center forward, but I just don't have a spot in my lineup for that. I'd rather make him just an attacking midfielder, I think. Oh, wow, they don't want me to make him an attacking midfielder. I'd say it's going to take a while. All right. Let's make him a striker. He'll be a little short striker. Do it, Michigan King. Give him to me whenever you got him. I'm happy to listen to him. I'm not going to play you, Joe Gray, unless there's somebody who's gassed. And luckily there is in Molyneux, so I can make you happy by playing you. Nicky Featherstone's going to take a seat for this game, and we'll bring in Forsyth. And Hull City with that 5-man back looks very narrow. Hopefully our team, Bapaga and Gray, can beat them wide. And we draw with Hull City. We scored in the 8th minute. They scored in the 22nd, and nobody scored again after that. How about it? We have another quick game against Bolton. Geez, all of these games. So close. So close in time. And they're 18th in the table. I mean, they can't be that good then. We got nobody really to look at in the scouting. We're halfway through October already, so we're starting to fly through this as I wanted to. Rolly Pereira de Sa is a guy I might sign in the January window if I end up spending my money on something else. Hey, Anthony Kasi, he's 1, too slow for me, and 2, too good. And Santiago Jimenez, yeah, he is really good. I see what you're saying about him. Shooting looks really solid. 6 foot, good speed, good technical ability. That release clause may be worth paying at some point. I'll keep him on the short list, but he'll be on there a long time before Hartlepool is anywhere close to being able to afford him. Osvaldo Cisneros. I'll take a look at those guys right now. I'll scout them out. Cisneros. Osvaldo, he's only 18 years old, playing for Sporting Kansas City in America. Oh my. 5'5". Oh, he's a little midget I could be putting on my team. Goodness. All right, and then who's the other one you said there? Milan Ilovsky. Sounds Russian to me. Milan Did I miss him somewhere here? Not seeing him unless I'm stupid. Losky. Yeah, I'm not seeing him. Orange County in USL. Let's see, where's the USL? Not any. I can't find him in the search. That's very intriguing. Yeah, and I imagine if he's in the game for you, he should be for me as well. Got you. I'm not all. That's what I'm saying. Maybe he's not. Maybe they took him out in an update or something that I have. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that one out later. But for the sake of time, I'm just gonna get back into this. Osvaldo seems like a very good option, though. I do like that suggestion quite a bit. If he's playing in the MLS, should be affordable and he's young. I do want to move to more of an attacking midfield. I don't want two CDMs. Yeah, I think that's probably the case, Michigan King. I know that happens with players a lot. I know Gelson Martins was not in the game or not in 21 for a while because he wasn't on a team that had rights to the game. I know they took out Andre Onana too when he got suspended with Ajax. All right, let's see if we can take this one against Bolton. Oh yeah, we kicked their ass. Papaga scores. Nicky Featherstone, the captain, the heart and soul of the team. And Thomas Asante scored in the first minute. How do you score in the first minute of a soccer game? I feel like that's impossible in FIFA. Just the way the clock runs, at least as a user, I feel like it's impossible. But I love seeing it in the sim. Ewan Forsyth. I can't believe that he has an important role already. He's 16. I guess it's just because I had no depth at the position. Northampton's terrible. So we can we can finish them off, get past them hopefully quickly. And Tom Barlow's not going to be brought into this team. He's just as good as Bogle, and if I'm going to upgrade Bogle, I want somebody who's better. Will Norris, not worth my time. None of those guys are really worth my time. Hugo Bueno. Say bueno. He's got a release clause. I wonder if I could activate a release clause even though he's in the Prem if I wanted him. I bet I probably won't end up wanting him, but if I did. Mark McGuinness, Ethan Young. Oh, wow. This guy is 6'7", but he's so slow. Ethan Young at Schoonthorpe could be interesting if he's got potential at 18 years old. I'm looking at Giannis Clavens just because of his hair. Look at those. Oh, wow. No, he's a terrible player. Absolute trash. No chance I'm going to go after him. Okay. Mikhail Mandron. Too slow. And let's see if we can beat Northampton. Got the starters in again, of course. And we lose. Oh, man. This Hoskins character did us in with his 2 goals, including one in the 86th minute, I think it said. Dang, we're out of the promotion playoffs right now, too. Shit. Yeah, I'll play you next time, Cohen Bramall. I know that I brought you in with an important role designation. And this is against his former team, Lincoln City. I think that makes a lot of sense to play him, then. I'll play him over Nagy. Lewis Wing. I like his name, just Wing. Magnus Christensen. He's a big guy with some. I kind of like that look. I kind of like him if I can bring him in as a free agent. Reese Oates looks pretty good too. Contract expiring soon. I do send my youth scouts to Africa a lot. Like I said, just in this, like, I'm trying to keep it somewhat realistic, and I feel like at this point I wouldn't send any to Africa. But once I get to the Champions League, or not the Champions League, the Championship, I think I might start moving my guys around away from the British Isles area. But yeah, I do scout Africa a lot. The last career mode I did, I had a lot of success in Algeria, surprisingly. I think I signed 2 or 3 guys who ended up being starters from Algeria by the end of it, including a striker that I ended up selling to Liverpool for, I think, over 200 million euros. So yeah, I love scouting guys in Africa. Interesting, Carl Hein there, and I already clicked on Oates, so we're good. Oh, Levi Colwill is scouted. Yeah, he is good. If I could loan, like, I think the fact, if once I get up to championship, you're having a lot of luck with Nigeria. Nice, yeah. I mean, typically I have a lot of luck in Cote d'Ivoire. I usually don't have a lot of luck in, but the one right next, Cameroon, I have a lot of luck in Cameroon usually, but Algeria did me well last time. Morocco doesn't give me anything usually, and Cote d'Ivoire is hit or miss. Egypt is never given me anything that great either. Oh, I forgot to put in Bramall, but it's okay. We won anyway. So I think I might just give Bramall some run as a starter since I know I'm not going to bring back Nagy. Or he's already sold, so I might as well bring in Bramall for a little bit. But yeah, check out Algeria, because that's where I got really good players out of Algeria. So Fagan now moves to striker, and he's going to have to just be a shooting machine. He's going to have to be a poacher who just knows how to shoot. Do everything except for long shots, I guess. I'll keep him with the poacher. We'll move forward, and we get a squad monthly report. That's clutch. You must have really good scouting for you, or you got lucky on that one, because my scouts are complete shit right now because I just don't have enough money to afford good ones. But yeah, I love when I can bring guys out of with that type of value immediately. Let's see, Morgan Swift out of England is awful, and Tommy Curtis might have some potential. He's only 15. We'll see what his overall ends up being. We'll take a look at it. James Cooney, though, is getting close to being called up. He'll be the next one. One more overall point, I think he'll come up, or at least for January. Yeah, 3 great scouts is usually what I go for. If I'm starting off like a career, like say like I want to be like Newcastle or something, and I'm starting off in the Premier League, that's the first thing I'm doing is I'm hiring the best scouts out there I can. Osvaldo Cisneros, man, you took this guy from a 55 overall and made him up. Good for you. I'll keep him on the short list since I know you were telling me he has that type of potential. Reese Oates. I thought he would be better with the stats that he had. Damn. And this is I don't really care about the cup matches. I wish I didn't have so many cup matches. I kind of hope I lose. I guess I missed scouting some of these guys too. Will Keane doesn't look too awful, but he's in excellent form. Okay, I'll take a look at you, Will. Nobody really knew there, it appears. Thiago Almeida, I don't think I ever scouted. He looks like he has some potential, and he's showing great potential. It's fine. I don't need to look at any of those other guys. Let's get past this Papa John's trophy. Everyone's well rested. Bapaga is up to a 71 overall now. He's definitely he might be the cash cow that we. Oh, look at that. Speaking of him, he bags both of our goals, including the 89th minute to steal the victory. But he might be our cash cow when I need to like really develop get better players in the lineup for the championship. Ethan Young is god awful, and Hugo Bueno is also not really that great, and I don't really need him. Let's take a look at some of these guys. Ryan Malone, Paul Smith. Look at this guy, the Leyton Orient. He looks really like he could be a stud. Actually, no. What is his summer? He's just really fast. He's really fast and he can jump, I guess. That's all he can do. Okay, Samuel or Shamal George, his contract's expiring. If we can get him on a free, he could be a good young goalkeeper. Lots of options. Lots of options. Riley Towler, he's a guy to take a look at Bristol. Bristol City has some good players, I know, because I've seen them get promoted before all the way up to the Prem. Tom Bloxham, 6'5", 19 years old, 75 to 85 speed. Man, Shrewsbury might have somebody special here, or somebody I am interested in Bloxman. Let's keep moving. We got scouting reports. We got Crew Alexandria coming up next. Don't care about Blondal. Oh, these guys are so bad. Okay. Goodmanson might be okay. I'm going to sign Goodmanson. And we're thrilled with the youth development. Must have accomplished a board goal. Rory McGuinness, awful. And let's take a look at the youth academy again. And we got Goodmanson, who's a left back, they say. He seems like he could be molded to play a few different positions. I would hate to keep those skill moves at that. What if I moved him to a center mid player? I feel like he could play center mid. How long would it take? 63 weeks, man. I'm still going to do it. I think he fits that mold better. Excuse me. He's a piece of clay that can be molded. And I'm willing to mold it. And he'll just get balanced, straight improvements until then. Let's see, we'll replace some of these guys. We'll bring Nagy in. Featherstone will take a seat here in favor of Forsyth. And Crew Alexandria. It's just Alexandra. That's what I thought. Okay. And they lose, and we take the dub over them. Papaga and Shelton with the bags. And we are halfway through November now. Only one more month until we hit January. This is longer than I usually stream, and I have no problem with it. I'm happy with it, because we're playing well with Hartlepool. I'm doing better in the sim than I thought I would. Cheltenham. Magnus Christensen. See, I like him, too. I might sign him. I have a few depth options that I can sign if I don't buy another midfielder, or if I decide to buy something other than a midfielder at the January window. Roshan Williams wants to play. I'll think about it. Actually, we're going to need some. We'll play him over Jack Jones, or over Odu Sina, I think, because we have another game in a few days that we'll need somebody to play for. I think I'm certainly going to use some money on another center back. And I think it's going to be that left back that I had scouted. I'm not going to scout Archer, because I scouted that left back, and it looks like he could play center back pretty easily, so that's what I'm going to do, I think. I'm going to try to buy that guy, but we'll figure it out probably in the next episode. Emmanuel Fernandez at Peterborough looks like he has some potential. In real life, I support Newcastle in the Premier League. I don't really follow a bunch of other teams. I don't follow Marseille closely, but I'd probably support them in League. And Bundesliga, I'd support Dortmund. Spanish League, I don't really watch. George Hurst would be an interesting player. All right, let's take out Odusina, and we'll bring in Roshan Williams just for this game. And we got wrecked, even though we had more shots and possession. Sim Engine is weird sometimes, man. Yeah, you definitely could have done better, Roshan. We have Reagan Ogle. Hayden Muller is scouted, 20 years old. He's not that great. See, I'm not going to play you, Ogle. I don't know why you think I'm going to play you over Rotterdam. None of these guys are intriguing me. What? Come on, man. Newcastle's on the rise. At least they didn't get relegated. Who you support? Oh, I got a lot of guys to rest. I try not to be a bandwagon guy either, so I didn't want to follow like a Liverpool. Like when I started, I didn't start watching Premier League soccer or anything closely until like 2, 3 years ago. I didn't want to be a Liverpool fan or like a Chelsea fan or a Man U fan. I didn't want to jump on one of the better teams, so I followed Newcastle. It just happens they got bought by the Saudis, so they're going to be a good team now. See if we can beat Rotterdam. No, we don't. Okay, West Ham, I can take that. My buddy Dave supports West Ham as well, even though he knows nothing about soccer or doesn't really watch it at all. But West Ham, I can respect that. I've done rebuilds with West Ham before. They didn't end. It doesn't end. It hadn't ended well. I don't think when I did it. Ashley Maynard Brewer, I kind of want to look at. Okay, we need to beat Fleetwood Town. We gotta get back on these dubs. Did West Ham even make? I'm not even positive. Did West Ham make the make a European spot this year? I know they were up near the top of the table for most of the season. All right, there we go. We got a dub that time. Bogle missed a penalty shot. Nagy scored for the first time he's been in a while. Tom Bloxham. See, he's 19. See, that's interesting. He's in bad form. He's going to be somebody I'm going to be interested in. For certain. Let's take a look at some of these other guys. None of those guys are interesting. Okay. Yeah, that sucks. They didn't even make Europa. At least it's some European competition. I don't see any European competition with Newcastle. At least not yet. I mean, I think they played as like the 5th or 6th best team in the Premier League in the second half of the season after Eddie Howe came in. Whoa, we got a lot of guys scouted. Riley Towler, not that good. Jamal George. See, he's somebody, yeah. If his contract is expiring, I'll bring him in as a backup. Unless he wants too good of a role. Paul Smith is, you know what, Paul Smith's solid. Thiago Almeida, not that great. Will Keane, not that great. Oh, did you beat somebody winnable at least? Or did you play somebody like you should have lost to? Or did you beat somebody, lose to somebody that you should have beat? That is the question. Because if it's somebody you normally would have lost to, or you could have respect losing to, then that's not that bad. But if it's somebody that you definitely should have beat, then that's disappointing. Carl Hine. He's pretty good. 20 years old, 69 overall, and he's playing for Reading. He might be somebody to buy up. We got a cup game against Colchester. Brighton's not terrible. They got some solid players. Tariq Lamptey's pretty damn good. But yeah, I mean, West Ham in the long run should probably be beating Brighton. Did you need a win or just a draw? Because if you needed a draw, even just a draw would have helped, and you lost, that sucks. Wait, why am I taking these guys out? But a win would have been... but if a win, like, I can respect not getting a win against Brighton, I guess. It's not as bad as it could have been. At least it wasn't like fucking Norwich or like Brentford. And we win our FA Cup match against Colchester. Shelton and Bapaga score. Wiredu would have been closer. Or I was hoping Wiredu would score again against his former club. But these are the games we need to be getting dubs. We have a game in hand on Wigan, so I'm not worried about them. But Rotterdam, Portsmouth is 4th in the league. Normally I would play them, but I want to get this season or this episode done with because I am starting to get a little hungry. Oh wait, I missed some of these guys on transfers because I definitely did not see that flag out there for Uche Ikpeazu. Hartlepool, and then we're going up against Portsmouth, who's also looks a little gassed here, so some hope. We'll bring in Thomas Asante to play striker. Take out Nicky Featherstone and give Forsyth some more run. Odusina will stay in. Roshan Williams will come in, though, for Jack Jones. Sterry will stay in. Bramall. I'm going to take out Bramall for Nagy. We'll see how that one rolls. It rolled for a draw. I'll take a draw since they're higher than us in the table at the moment. It's better than no points. And we move up now. Only 3 points out of the playoff spots. And let's look. Emmanuel Fernandez, terrible overall. I really thought he could have been better. And George Hurst, not worth it to me. Emmanuel Fernandez, yeah, that's just so disappointing. He looked like he could have been a really promising player for us. Who we got here? We have Stevenage, who we struggled against in League 2 last year. I had a lot of problems trying to beat Stevenage. Nathan Patterson, though, I know he's really good for Everton. He's going to be a guy to keep an eye on. Kyle Joseph as well for Swansea. Doesn't look like he's anything to sneeze at. Bali Mumba. How do I miss some of these guys being like put onto my short list or being put onto my list? I swear, sometimes it doesn't say there's new guys when there actually are. Oscar Halls, he could be maybe something. Probably not, though. Jacob Greaves, though. Wow, left foot, which I'm missing a left-footed center back for sure. 6'3", great athleticism for Hull City. I'm definitely intrigued by Mr. Greaves. And could we... Oh, no, he's old. I was going to say, do we want to plunder Salford City again for a player? But we will not. We'll control ourselves. Bapaga could use a rest, and I think this is the game to do it since nobody else really needs one. And I'm going to bring in Holm. He's 18 years old, but he doesn't have much potential. We'll see how that lineup goes against Stevenage. 24th in the table. And we see, I told you, we have problems against Stevenage for some reason. Jorb Vertessen, I've definitely heard of that player before. I'll throw him in here. Jorb. Or Yorbe. Yorbe, Sorbe. Right mid. Oh, playing for PSV. Good sprint speed, finishing. His best things are acceleration, sprint speed, finishing, dribbling, agility, ball control. I'd have to move him to wing. I hope he can play wing. Or he's capable of moving to wing. If I want him. Let's take a look at this scouting report. Anderson, not good. Arnar Blondal could be good. I'm not sure, though. We'll keep scouting him. Callaghan, trash. Oh, my God. Liam Breen. He could be a starter right away. Oh, man. I don't care what position he plays. He's the best player we've signed out of the youth academy so far. 63 overall center mid. He'll definitely be coming up soon. 74 to 94 potential. Got to get his athleticism up here. The box is definitely what I'm going to work on. He's great at free kicks. Good at crossing. His vision, his curve. He's going to be our free kick taker for sure. Corner kick taker. If we can get athleticism, I really like what I see out of Liam Breen. I would really like to get him up and get him some time this year, perhaps. Wow, what a great signing he's going to be. Malcolm Barcola looks like he could be a guy that would be intriguing to look at. Sign as a goalkeeper. And then nobody else really to look at there. Let's move up. Wimbledon in the second round of the EFL trophy. I'll probably end up resting a few guys here. Bogle will take a seat. for Thomas Asante. I'll set Wiredu for now for Forsyth. Bramwell will sit for Nagy. I'll say Odusina for Rashawn Williams, I believe. And I think that'll be it. Because we have another game soon. And I think the league is more important than the EFL trophy. And that's fine. We lost. That's good. We're out of it. Don't have to worry about wasting stamina and time on it any longer. So we have Northampton coming up. We're almost done with this episode here. Reagan Ogle really wants to play, man. Maybe he will this time. Maybe will need some people. Ryan Hardy playing for Plymouth Argyle looks like he could be an intriguing option. Nothing with those other guys that I'm liking. Brooke Norton Cuffey. What a name. Playing for Lincoln City. Oh, wow. He's $2 million value already, and he's 18 years old. And Nico Williams, I know, is pretty solid, but he's not fast enough for my liking. Brooke Norton Cuffey might be somebody that I make a move for. Yeah. He's a right back. Okay. My current right back is Jamie Sterry. Maybe I sell Jamie Sterry and I make a move for that guy. What about Siren? Oh wow, Siren Slicker is not good. Okay, so let's see if we can beat Northampton here. We should be able to. They're not a good team. I'll sit Molyneux in favor of Thomas Asante. Or not Thomas Asante. I'll play Holm instead of him. Shelton will sit. And we'll play Crawford. Nicky Featherstone will still play. Yeah, we'll sit Sterry. We'll give Sterry a rest, and we'll put in Ogle for him. That's how we'll go with it. We should be beating teams like Northampton, and we do. Holm with the goal. Holm, I wish had better potential, because he's only 18 out of Sweden, but he just doesn't have potential. He's just going to be a role player for us. Ogle's happy. He's feeling good. And we are 1 point behind Rotterdam for a spot in the 6th place of the table and moving into the playoffs. We're playing Bolton next. Yeah, wow. Brooke Norton Cuffey must have a lot of potential. He's a 67 overall. He's 18 years old. He's only got 80 speed, though, which is kind of annoying, but I can increase that if he's only 18. He still has a lot of potential. Maynard Brewer's cool, but there's so many other players around the same thing that are on freeze that I can bring in. I can't believe we're playing on Christmas as a League One side. But we will do it. And we'll quickly... Joe Ward looks really good out of Peterborough as well. Could be a starter, perhaps. And Ibrahim Bakare, he's pretty solid, playing for Cardiff over in the Wales. Don't want any of those. Don't want to look at any of those. As Josh Coburn, maybe. No, God, he's so slow. All right, so we have 2 games left here. Bolton. We'll see if we can get past them. I want to kind of... we'll go with the starters here. Make sure we get a dub, hopefully. And we do, thank God. Wiredu scores both of them. Oh, man. He had been quiet for a little bit, but Brendan Wiredu. He is the player... he is the best player we added in the transfer window. By far. And we are into the playoff spot right now with that win. I think this is exactly where we were in League 2 after I got through the first half of the season. 2 youth players unsettled, Ethan Griffith and Shane McClelland. McClelland is just not worth it to me to bring up, I don't think. I don't need the depth. So if he wants to terminate, he can. But Ethan Griffith, I need the depth. Been working with him. He's got solid potential to get up into the 80 overalls. We'll bring him up. Might put him on the loan list once Breen comes up, but we'll bring up Griffith. I think it's about time. He's close enough. And we have Stevenage again. He's been dreaming of this day. He's a rotation player. That's just ridiculous that they listed him as a rotation player. Any of these players strike my fancy? No. No, they don't. Excuse me, these guys don't either. Sherpin's a pretty tall guy. Yeah, he's 6'8". Excuse me, my God. I have these hiccups. Sherpin is definitely going to be a guy I'm going to be interested in out of Brighton. And then we got Robert Street. I'm not interested in looking at him. And let's see if can we beat Stevenage this time, please? Maybe if we bring in the backups, they'll actually want to play for something and get a dub. I'll bring him in. Bramwell doesn't really need a rest, I guess. Okay. Roshan will play. Papaga will sit for home. He's in a good space right now. And then I'll sit Nicky Featherstone for Forsyth. See if we can get a dub out of this one against Stevenage, please. And we do. Bogle scores them both this time. Stevenage was giving us all those... they could beat us earlier in the month. And we have one more game on New Year's Eve against Wimbledon. Malcolm Barcola. He's okay. And let's just get this one out of the way with Wimbledon. We're 3 points clear into the 6th place spots. We'll replace some guys who need some rests. Molyneux, certainly one of those guys. We'll bring in Gray. And I want to play McMullen in here at striker. Or no, I'm going to play Thomas Asante. But I want to make McMullen the backup for this game. Because McMullen has potential at striker. We'll sit Wiredu. Job well done thus far. And we'll play Crawford. Bramwell will sit in favor of Nagy. Roshan Williams will step in for Jones, and Sterry will sit in favor of Ogle. Hopefully that keeps everyone happy in the situation. Can we beat Wimbledon? Yes, 3-0. Asante scores twice. Tom Crawford added 1. And we get 3 more points added to our total as we move into January 1st and a new transfer window. But with a new transfer window coming in, we have Nagy leaving. We know that. Cruz Azul has got him coming in. We'll look at this monthly scout report. Thomas Curtis, not good. And I'll keep looking at Gabriel Barber, though. He's 6'6", might have some good potential. Everyone else down here, Cooney is so very close. Next month, he'll be promoted for sure. Liam Breen, I'm very impressed by him. He'll be promoted quite soon as well. McClellan's probably going to cancel his contract with us, but that's fine. I mean, he's not someone that's so good that I need to bring him up right away, and he's not good enough at this point where I think that he deserves to be brought up. So we have the FA Cup coming up against Leeds, I guess, on the 7th. We got to look at the Premier League side. I might play that one to start off next episode, but yeah, we also have money. We're sitting at 833K at the moment. I'll make sure I get through these guys, so we don't have to spend time with the scouting. Cool. Wonderful. But yeah, so that's where I think I'm going to end this one off, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Especially you, Michigan King. You've been in there a long time interacting. I appreciate it. Anyone else watching or watching this after it's been recorded wants to get involved, I love interacting with the chat. Love talking with you guys. And, I love spreading around good ideas and good streams as well. So you guys follow me, I'll follow you guys back, give you guys some feedback myself. But yeah. And if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to like and subscribe if you're watching this later. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. So I am Justin. This has been my world today. Thank you all for tuning in, and can't wait to talk to you guys next time. Peace.